Hello. Hello. Hi guys. Happy Friday. My ears are still ringing because I was listening to all of those songs on full volume and I'm pretty sure I'm deaf now. But it's okay. It's fine. We're fine. We're totally fine. How you doing, guys? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. It's the weekend. It's finally the weekend. Hello, hello. How's everyone doing? Scammed, where's my baldy? Oh, you know what? I feel like a lot of my stuff has not been working lately, and it's probably going to be delayed. So, yeah. Didn't know if you're a redhead or a brunette or, I don't know. I can be whatever you want me to be. I'm actually neither. Well, I'm the redhead now because, you know, Crimis and all, so I decided to go that route, but first time seeing the red hair. Yeah, we had it yesterday. We had it yesterday because I wanted to use like my controller toggle and it didn't really work with the sweater outfit. So I decided just to kind of just dye everything and to make it a little bit more Crimisy. So yeah. How you guys doing? Welcome in. Oh, I almost forgot. Where are we? Where are we? There we go. I almost forgot to start the waffle, guys. We gotta do our waffle. This is probably gonna be our last waffle until... Ooh, is this gonna be our last waffle until the new year? Possibly? Possibly. This might be our last waffle until the new year. Guys, that means you gotta get your waffles in for sure. You gotta get your waffles in for sure. This might be a last waffle. That's crazy to think about. Because next week I'm gonna be gone until like Saturday. And then the week after that is... leading up to New Year's. So yeah, this might be our last waffle. So yeah, make sure you get your waffles in. And remember the whole been following for 24 hours, be in the Discord type thing, so I can get your stuff. But yeah, don't take advantage of getting your waffles. Put more banana and whipped cream. Oh yeah, you know what? Big true. You know what I want? Oh, you know what? Thank you, Hiro, so much for reminding me because I need to bring my waffle maker with me to my parents' house. I was like trying to think of all the things that I need to make a list to like bring. Oh, see, there it is. It was just delayed. I feel like my stuff's delayed. I need to bring my waffle maker to my parents' house. Because they were like, when I told them about my waffle making stream, they were like, "Oh, you have a waffle maker? You should bring it so we can have it for breakfast." And I was like, "Okay, I will do that." And then I forgot to like pack it. So there we go. There we go. Hi Alberta, how you doing? But yes, welcome in everybody. Thank you for the fucking head pats. Thank you. Feed them the waffles we gave you. You know what? Honestly though, like there are a few of them that I want them to try. So I still have the list, that like the Google form list that you guys gave me. And so there are a few of them that I do want to try with them, and I think they'll like it. I think they'll like it. So, but yeah, I'm excited to make them some waffles and then get their rating on it too. So, but how we doing though? How's our Friday? I'm sorry for being late. I didn't even realize what time it was because I was out Crimis shopping. And then I looked at the time and I was like, oh, I'm supposed to stream in like 6 minutes. And I was like, well, that's not gonna happen. So yeah, I was like, yep, we're gonna have to start this a little bit later. And traffic is bad. Holy shit, traffic is bad. Everyone's out Friday, it's the weekend, they're doing their last minute Christmas shopping or they're traveling, and holy shit, like everyone and their mom is out right now. So it's, yeah, freaking traffic was horrendous. But I did a majority of my last minute Christmas shopping. There's a couple things else that I need to get, but it's this one I can get close by. But this is an interesting look. Oh, Hammer, this is the standard look, man. This is standard look. I mean, besides the little teddy bear ears, this is a standard look. Yeah. It might be a favorite look. Oh, Jesus Christ. You enjoying your croissant? I've been looking forward to the stream all day. Yeah. So me too. Because I was like, we're gonna talk about our assology stuff after we do hard mode, and then we'll be doing gem giveaways in between then. So, can't be worse than Metro Manila traffic. Oh no. This traffic is just, it's a lot busier than normal, and it's because of the holidays. But comparable to like city traffic though, no, I can't. You can't. This traffic does not even stand close to what a lot of these like metropolis freaking traffic is. So. I've been studying hard for astrology. Okay, we'll see. Because we have some new contenders, we have some new characters to look at, so we gotta make sure we take copious notes on our assologies. So I feel like there was one thing I was put on this earth for, and it's assology. And the unfortunate thing though is that like usually when I like submit videos and stuff for like the CC program, I have to leave out assology because it's considered not appropriate. So it's a little unfortunate that assology is not going to be able to make the cut. But the one goal that I am trying to get is one of these days the mind maps are going to make it and get some sort of placement in like the CC program stuff. That is the goal, because right now the mind maps, like they make it in, but then they like get cut. So it's just like, okay, one of these days they'll make it in. But someone's complaining to me recently that they were stuck in 5-hour traffic. It's bad, man, I'm telling you. And sometimes it's not even just holidays, it's just in general. I feel like traffic is just getting really bad. We will contribute to assology. Okay, just not that type of contribute. Just not that type of contribute. Yeah. So just being an ass, I mean, that's not new. The mind maps would blow people's minds. The thing about mind maps though is that like, I don't think people truly understand, like, okay, the people that know what mind maps are and have seen my mind maps, you guys get it, right? But from an outsider coming in for the first time, when they see like the thumbnail or they see like, you know, like mind map or whatever, they're not really gonna know what that means. Even though I say we talk about lore, not a lot of people are really aware of what these mind maps are. So we have to spread the good word of these mind maps, and then we have to teach the world about them too. So can we behave enough for a whole mind map? What do you mean for a whole mind map? We're not doing a mind map. I love the red hair. Thank you. We contributing? No, we're not contributing. All newcomers to mind maps should see VOD House Bullet first, and then they'll get first introduction. Oh, for a submission. Yeah, our mind maps are actually pretty tame though. Like our mind map, okay, besides the VOD House Bullet, okay, besides the VOD House Bullet, my mind maps are actually pretty tame. I think they're more fun than they are like lewd type of stuff. Except maybe when we draw Anissa's ass in like fucking 4K HD. But I think other than that though, it's pretty tame. Yeah. We get mind map stream and a booth? What booth? I don't have a booth. Oh my god. If we submit a mind map, we can behave for a whole one. Yeah, absolutely. The mind maps that I have submitted like I said, been pretty tame, but the one with the VOD House Bullet though, that's a little bit different. That's a little different. So but yeah, we gotta spread the good word of mind maps, and like I said, one of these days when we can get caught up on some stuff, I would like to publish just like a mind map book. But I need to be able to have all of the chapters in order, and we stopped at chapter 10, and then we bounced around a lot. We bounced around in some other chapters, in chapter like 26, and then events, and then like chapter 40, and then like we're kind of like all over the place. So yeah, it's just we gotta clean it up a bit. We gotta clean up a bit. So hi Light, how you doing? Hello. Speaking of Anise Beauty, I just impulse bought her a swimsuit figure. Is there a new swimsuit figure of Anise? Or unless it's an old one that's been circulating, because I felt like there was something new that just came out. And I could be wrong. I found my Nikkei shirt, all is good now. The only Nikkei shirt that I have is the baseball one. The one with Blanc. That is my only shirt that I own of Nikkei, but I got that from Anime Expo, so. One day Artie's mind maps will be part of the in-game timeline as a summary. I'll post that as an idea in every survey they give us. Oh my god, could you imagine? Could you imagine when you go to the timeline section of Nikkei, you all of a sudden see a tab that says mind maps, and it's just all of the mind maps that we've done? See, that's when I'll know that I've made it. I know that I've made it when I can get a mind map into the game and it becomes official lore. I'll post what I got in the Discord. Not sure when it was released. Oh yeah, share it. Speaking of figures, your new one finally arrived after 6 months of wait. Couldn't properly celebrate because you fell sick. Oh no! I know that's the thing about some of the figures though, is like a lot of them come on pre-order and then you wait for like a fucking year and then you're like, oh, it's finally here. I forgot that I ordered it. I did that with some vinyls for Final Fantasy 14. I forgot that I pre-ordered some vinyls and then like a year later they showed up and I was like, oh yeah, I did order these. Fuck. We know you're part of Shift Up. I'm not part of Shift Up though. I'm not. I have no affiliation or association with Shift Up except that I just play their games. That's about it. I'm not a script writer. I'm not a lore writer. I'm not any of that stuff. I wish though. I think that'd be cool, but I am not, unfortunately. Imagine you move when you forget about it. That has happened before though. I did order something. And it said that it was delivered. Like I got the email that it was like delivered and I was like, what is this? And it gave me like a locker number and like everything too. And I was like, this locker doesn't even exist. I have no idea what this is, but Cat made raid, Evie, welcome in guys, welcome in. How you guys doing? Hello. Oh my God, my hair came back just in time. Oh, bless. My hair came back just in time. Get fucked. Hi, Evie. How you doing? Welcome. How was your stream? How you guys doing today? What were you guys doing? Where were you guys playing? We were just started stream. We're just doing a little bit of yap, talking about Christmas stuff, talking about a little bit of Nikkei. We're about to do the hard mode. Stuff. And then talk about butts later, but you're a baby commander? Wait, no way. Welcome. Did you like start today? Or like, or how far are you into the game? Sorry, I'm really excited. I love meeting new baby commanders. Yay! Welcome to the game. Hold on, oh yeah, I'm already following you. Perfect. I was like, I know I'm following you. But yeah, we love the baby commanders here. Yeah, go give them a follow, guys. Go give them a follow. Support the new commanders. Welcome. I hope you've been enjoying it though. You know, got a little bit of heartbreak, got a little bit of, you know, bobs and butts, and got a little bit of good story, and you're on chapter 8. Oh, perfect. You're in a good spot. I don't know if you've been doing any of the other the events that have been out though. And if you have, I hope you've been enjoying them. Do you have a favorite Nikkei so far? I'm always curious for like newcomers, like who their favorite is. Oh, you started the new event today. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, that minigame got me fucked up. I've seen numbers all over the place and I'm like, can I make 10 out of that? Can I swipe up and down? Can I go to the side? I was like, I can't do diagonal. I'm like, I hate this. I hate the minigame so much. The numbers, Mason, the numbers. One of us. I love Viper and the thief lady. I forgot the thief lady's name. That's okay. I feel like we got a couple of thief ladies though. Is it Delta Thief? Isn't Delta one? Or is it Quincy? The number, Suyin. Oh, speaking of Crow, by the way, I'm not sure if you guys were made aware, but I stupidly opened my mouth and I said, someone asked if I would ever do Crow's Bond story. And I was like, you're gonna have to pay me to do that. And they did. They gave me $100 donation to do Crow's Bond story. And I'm the type of person that I am not going to let $100 just, I'm not taking free fucking money. So I also have to do Crow's Bond story today too. I forgot about that. Yeah, thank you for reminding me. I have to do that today. So that is another thing we have to do after the hard mode story. Hooray! Hooray! That reminds me, can you let me know your Steam ID for no reason at all? No, Amelia. No! Remind me after stream. I forgot yesterday. Remind me after stream. But Evie, if you need to raid and run, I know because streaming can be a lot of times. If you need to eat food, if you need to rest, if you need to sleep, you need to take care of yourself, please do so. You're more than welcome to lurk and hang out, because we're gonna be doing hard mode ending, and then some bond stories, and then just, you know, messing around with looking at bobs and butts. But if you need to raid and run, I totally understand. But I thank you so much for the raid, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your Friday. I'm so glad that you are getting into Nikkei. Hooray! Hooray for baby commanders. Worst timing for crow content. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna go rest now. Enjoy the games. No spoilers here. All good. Yeah, don't spoil yourself. Yeah, thank you, thank you. Quincy does the Phantom or the Thieves? Yeah, I was like, I know we got a bunch of Thieves. Just posted the Anise figure and Nikkei General. Okay. Okay. Okay, it is a different one than the one that I'm thinking of, but I like that one though. There was another, yeah, there was another one that I was thinking of that I was like, was it of? It was a different stance, I think it was, but. Hi Lacros, how you doing? But yeah, so I'm gonna have to do Crow's Bond story today, because like I said, I opened my mouth and I feel like I have never learned my lesson to never challenge chat or just the community when it comes to things like this, because I'm like, oh, haha, like they'd never do this. And then you guys do it. And then I'm just like, why did I even say anything? So yeah, I need to be careful. I honestly should have said, there's not enough money for you to pay me to do it, because then that probably would have deterred them a little bit. But the fact that I was like, you're gonna have to pay me to do it, and then they paid me, and I was like, fuck. Then they gave me a dono, and I was like, no. Not immediately after an AZX event. I know. It's the worst timing ever. That's why I said I should have fucking opened my mouth, that I did. And they were like, okay. And they literally sent, like, on YouTube, they can give, like, the, what is it, like, supers or something? I don't even know, like, the donos that they do on YouTube. They, like, gifted donoed 100, and I was like, the fuck? So, yeah. It was, yeah, it was bad timing on my part, so. How much money did they donate for you to do what? Do Crow's Bond story. Because they, every comment on my videos, on my shorts on YouTube, has always been Crow love. They've always used a little blackbird emoji with a heart. And they've always did Crow love on every single one of my videos. And then they finally one day, like a couple days ago after I posted my most recent VOD, they asked if I would ever do Crow's Bond story. And I said, nope, you're gonna have to pay me to do that. And then they did. They did. They literally did. And now I'm like, okay, I gotta do it now, because I'm not just gonna take a free $100, so. Yeah, chat won't do this, and then chat does. Surprise Pikachu fan. It's like, wait, you guys did it? And you're like, fuck. So, yep. Here we are, having to do that today. That's gonna be, yeah, it's bad timing, so. Hi, Raysphere. But, look at the bright side, at least not Viper. I feel like we did do I can't remember if we did do Vipers. To be honest, there's so many Nikkeis, and there's so many Bond stories that I haven't done. I have to look and see if I did, but yeah, so that's kind of the game plan for today, is just hard mode ending, Crow's Bond story, and then sprinkled throughout, we're going to be doing gem giveaways, and then, because this is going to be our last gem giveaway for the year, basically, and then doing our Assology at the end of stream. So if you've never been to an Assology stream before, buckle up, because literally all we're doing is going to be analyzing ass the entire stream. So yeah, that's usually how that goes. There's a lot of science and stuff that goes behind it, especially for those of you that do not have a female anatomy. This just gives a lot of insight on how things maybe should or shouldn't fit on body parts when they are in a shooting pose or such. So this is gonna be, yeah, class back in session. Let me tell you, the most mind-blowing thing that's ever happened in Assology was looking at freaking Stellar Blade Eve's shooting pose. The way that her back bending, that's fucking damn near impossible. She a goddamn contortionist, so. Wish, thank you so much for the biddies. Thank you. All right, where are we? Do I even have the game up? I do. I just have it silenced. Near impossible? Still possible. Sweet. Biddies? You just want the haunts? The haunts did pop up though. Oh, do I still have my PlayStation thing up? I do. There we go. Da, 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 da. All right, let me bring in this. I always turn off my volume in the game. All right, let's do that. Mahdi does not get haunts. I don't know why in some places it does and other places it doesn't. But I see the haunts pop up, so I don't know. I don't know.
No need to hesitate.
Oh, by the way, I did talk to my model artist, my model mama, because we had mentioned this, or you guys had mentioned this before, about you guys liked RD 1.0 so much, right? And I still love RD 1.0, that the suggestion was made that I actually get RD 1.0 done on this model as like a toggle. So that I get like the hair, I can get like the clothes, maybe alternate outfits and stuff like that. And so they said that they can get started on it in February. So the art and all that stuff is gonna have to get done, and it's gonna have to get rigged, so it still might be a while. But at least we can get it started. So we will have the 1.0 look, but it'll be on this base model, and you guys can use it as a toggle if you ever want to have RD 1.0 back, or if you want to, you know, switch over to the goddess. Up to you. Yeah. Instead of getting a brand new model or anything like that, just using this as the base model, and then just getting hair toggles and outfit toggles instead. Because I know I really miss the like the half hair up, half hair down, like ponytail that I had for the 1.0. Having like that hair color scheme back. And so we're gonna get to work on that in February. So that'll be in the works for the new year. So hopefully by the end of next year, if not sooner, I can have the 1.0 but on this one. So already got us cosplaying Artie Shopkeep. Yes, candy shop owner. Hell yeah. But yeah, so that's kind of the Arden toggle went. Oh, hell no. You guys already have our Timothy. Arden's not gonna get a toggle. The Gremlin needs to make an appearance every now and then, but yeah, Arden is just gonna be in art. And you get Art Timothy in the meantime, so. Arden is my gender bent self. So if you've ever looked at like some of the art that I have of like the Artieverse, Arden is the male version of Artie. So yeah, he's like the gender bent self. You got Gremlin, you got Artie, you got Goddess, and then now we have our Timothy, which we still, by the way, have to make like a reference sheet for that guy. So our Timothy is also going to be added to the Artieverse as well, because you guys seem to like our Timothy so much. So we'll get that done as well. But if you guys have not already, go ahead and get your waffles in. Because like I said, this is going to be the last time we do a gem giveaway, and I want to make sure that people have the opportunity to get in on it. Arturo.
This way, Commander.
But yeah, this will be the last gem giveaway for the year, basically. So this will be the last time to get some free gems. Hopefully save up for the New Year's character, New Year's banner, whenever that's out. Finally, you can get your 60. Let's hope you can get that 60. One of these days, Race Rate, you're gonna get it. I'm gonna manifest it for you. It's gonna happen. When it's gonna happen, I don't know. But it's gonna happen. It might not be today, but it could possibly be in the future. Damn, I haven't showered since last year. That's crazy. That's disgusting. Dun, dun. Rigged already. Hi, Valley. How you doing? How you doing? Oh, where do I want to go here? Grab this real quick.
Swim with all your might towards
Just no rig.
Welcome to the Raise and Rebuild Works. Hope
60 is the luckiest. Yeah, get your waffles in. I'm gonna do a couple pulls before we do hard mode. Once we're like done with hard mode, we'll do like another bunch of pulls. And then we'll do like more during like Assology and stuff like that. So, let me see. Do I have enough? I do not. I'm broke. Am broke.
With all sins laid upon me, forward shall I press.
Okay. Rib credit core box. Oh, hi Asta. Thank you so much for the stream streak. Oh, and I never said thank you to Axel for the 28 years. Thank you so much for the resub. And Rayan as well. Thank you so much for the 14 years. And Poe, thank you so much for the stream streak. I meant to like scroll down and say thank you to the ones that happened during the starting soon screen. So thank you guys. Anyone else been messing with storyline? Just did Boomsday. Trying to story went really went over my head, and when it came out, didn't know she self-deleted. What do you mean by messing with the storyline? Like just doing the events and stuff? Boomsday did. 20 story went really well over it, but didn't know that she self-deleted. I don't know. I'm kind of confused by that comment. Hi Flaggy, how you doing? Which speaking by the way, I need to look at how many of the events I haven't done. I feel like there's a lot. Renny Egg had a fake memory wipe in Dark Hero. Yeah, I was like, I don't think she ever self-deleted. Tronny never did that. Dun, dun, dun. I got 28 of these bad boys. I haven't done Bow Wow. I haven't done Queen's Order. Let's see. Cherry Blossom, D Outsiders. I've not done the first Maid Valentine. I haven't done that one. Brand New Year I haven't done. High Tech Toy I haven't done. Golden Ship, Dazzling Cupid. I haven't done AC Poo Freeze. I haven't done Lionheart. Last Kingdom I have done. Maybe I'll just unlock it just to feel like I've done this. Da, 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 da. And then skip. I'm gonna leave the ones that I haven't done grayed out. Dun, 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 dun. But there's a lot. There's a lot that I haven't done, and I probably should take some time to do them. So, Kisama. I have done Dark Hero as well. I think I've done Perfect Maid. I've done Boomsday. I've done One More Time, Old Tales, Kalord, Claymore, Juvenile Days. Yeah, I've done all of these. Hypersphere, Phantom Thief. Yeah. Life Again, Ice Dragon Saga. Okay, so basically all of these I've done. I've not done a Lone Survivor though. That's one I haven't done. Dark Hero, but then everything up here I have not done. So that's still a lot though. And that brings up memories since that was the event that I followed you. Let's go! At least it says you got rewards from Perfect Maid. Yeah, I'm thinking that's the one that I did do. Let me see. Yeah, event reward, and then what was the other Maid one? Yeah, Maid in Valentine is the one that I didn't do. I wasn't playing, I guess, during that time. That's a lot of film. It is a lot of film. Let me see, and then we've done all of those too. You know what? I do appreciate them adding April Fools, like because that's something that people shouldn't miss out on. Even though it's like for April Fools, like it doesn't matter. I feel like people should still be able to do it. Hi Silver Wolf, how you doing? I think I followed during Last Kingdom. At least that was the first stream I saw, and that was over a year, almost 2 years ish, something like that. Oh my gosh, it's been that long already. That's insane. Hi Lean.
Commencing operation.
Alright, and then I'll come back when we gotta do Crow's Bond story. Oh, that hurts my heart to say.
Connection complete.
All right, let's go ahead and get started with just a couple of the waffles. So if you have not done your waffle, do your waffles, and remember you have to be in the Discord in order to get into the channel for all the winner circle. If you are in the Discord but you have a different name, please let us know so that we can actually get you in and get you all of your information, and then have been a follower for 24 hours. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Have you caught in campaign or not? I have. I am all caught up. No, not finally, Crow Love. There is no love going into this. There is no love. Dun, dun, dun. Get your waffles in. Get your waffles in. Get all the waffles. And then we'll do a couple more after hard mode. And then we'll do some more when we do Assology stuff, so. Yeah, we got a lot to do. We got nine different slots to give away for gem giveaway stuff. So we got a bunch. All right, going once, going twice, closing entries. All right, let's do 2. Let's pick 2. We'll pick 2 winners for the first time for today's stream, and spin the wheel for you guys and see how many gems you get. All right. So our first winner is, drum roll please. Next winner! It's not freaking Knight at all. Nope, it's not Zero at all. Nope, it's definitely ultra rigged. You're so right. Yeah, it's so right. It's so rigged. It's so rigged. Damn, so rigged. Wait, not me. No, not you. Nope, next. Okay. All right, you know the deal. You gotta do your exclamation follow age. If you don't do it, gotta give it to somebody else. Gotta let everybody know that you've been following for more than 24 hours. I demand a re-waffle. More waffles. Thank you for doing the follow age. Thank you. All right, let's spin the wheel, see how many you get. I don't know if, well, for the mods that are here, can you please keep track of who's getting what, whether it's in the mod channel or the winners channel for me, please? Because I'm not gonna remember, and that's, yeah, it's gonna be a pain in the ass to do, so. All right, well, Zero, you get 2,300, congratulations, congrats, the 60 still on the table, so don't fret. You can go ahead and take that one off. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so then we'll pick one more, the next winner is Ocelots! Ocelots, are you here? Make sure you don't be an Oreo. We don't want an Oreo. Congrats. Ocelots, are you here? Say something in chat. We don't want to have any Oreos. We want to make sure that we have an Oreo-less stream and everyone gets their gems. Oh no. That's me! I know there's a stream delay, so I have to wait like an extra 2 minutes. Let's go. Hi, Heavenly. How you doing? Thank you so much for doing the follow age too. Thank you. All right, let's go ahead and spin the wheel and see how many you get. It looks like you are getting the good old 720. Congratulations. There you go. We got our first 2 winners of the night. We got Ocelots and Zero. The 60 still on the table. It's not going anywhere as of yet. All right. Let's go ahead and start the next round of waffles. So if you guys want in, make sure you do exclamation raffle in chat. Have been following for more than 24 hours and that you're in the Discord so I can add you to the winners channel after stream and then get you yo gems. Dun, 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 dun. Bum, 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 bum. Do, 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 do. Dagathar, thank you so much for the resub. Thank you. 6 whole years. That's a hell of a long time. Props, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. Get your waffles in. Did you do hard mode yet? Not yet. We've been yapping. I had to start stream a little bit late because I forgot I was Christmas shopping and I lost track of time. So we just started stream. We've been yapping doing some gem giveaway stuff. We're literally about to start it in like a couple minutes, so. Gotta like finish dinner and eat. Good luck, good luck. Make sure you bring dinner back for everybody. She forgot about us. No, I was Christmas shopping for you guys. Hello. I even said what I got for you guys in the Discord. But everyone wanted the fuzzy socks. Out of all the things that I put on there, everyone was like, fuzzy socks. And I was like, oh, okay. So yeah. You went shopping without us? That's the whole point. If I'm shopping for you guys and it's supposed to be presents, why would I take you with me? It's a surprise. And I bought all the things for you guys. Chicken parm and spaghetti. Oh my god, that's 2 days in a row. Amelia had spaghetti, what, yesterday? You're having spaghetti today. I feel like that's a sign for me to get spaghetti this weekend. I think that's gonna happen. I'm gonna get spaghetti this weekend. End of story. It's gonna, yeah, we're doing it. We're doing it. What's strimmer score in the mini game? I don't know, cause on NA, I have no idea. On global, I'm like 111, I think. I'm like third because Maury and Kay keep trying to fucking one-up me, and I'm just like, bro, I can't, man. We can take a look though. When is the shopping stream? Never. 5th? Oh hell no. What? It's been a while since I've done it on NA. How the fuck are you guys getting 120? How? How are you guys getting scores like that? If I'm able to get 111 on here, I'll get 3rd place. But I haven't done it on my NA account because I was fighting against Kay and Maury on my global account. But now I gotta square up to everybody on here. Oh my god. I'm smoking some brisket fresh from the cow? What the hell? Are you smoking the cow while it's like still alive? That's crazy. You know, personally, I wouldn't take that if I was... Wait, what? Maury and Kay put in work. I know, because Kay was like so excited that he came back in first, and I was like, yeah, I'll get it. And I did, and that lasted for like an hour. I was pissed. The mini game is very RNG. There are some where I'm just like, what do I even match up? And then I have to refresh it. And then there are other times that I'm like, holy shit, this thing is basically empty. But yeah, Maury and Kay definitely putting in work. But my thing is as long as I'm beating Axel, I'm fine. I'm okay with that. This mini game, like, legitimately makes my eyes go crossed and my brain just shuts down. I just absolutely shut down. And I'm just like, it was like numbers, man. I can't. Sometimes I just pass over the most basic thing and I'm just like, oh yeah, I forgot 7 + 3 = 10. It's like staring at me in the face. Has hard mode already been done yet? Nope, not yet. We've been yapping, we were doing some gem giveaways, and then, we literally just came into the screen, so. Family owns a cattle ranch and a butcher shop. Ah, you know what? That's some good shit, though. Getting, like, nice cuts of meat from, like, a butcher shop, though, not from the grocery store, like, from an actual butcher shop, though, that's, like, top tier. I would always get like bones and stuff for like Dexter to like chew on. He'd always get like the scraps. The scraps like he absolutely loved. Let me see what's in here. The numbers, what do they mean? Yeah, and sometimes when I'm comboing numbers too, I'm like, is my math wrong? I was like, trying to combo these 1 sets of numbers and I was like, why is this off? And then I realized that I was like making 11 instead of 10. I was like, oh. Oh, I turned off my auto shit. Oh, there we go. Did you get first again in minigame? No, I just looked at my NA account. My NA account, I'm not first. I haven't touched my NA minigame for a hot second because I was fighting with Maury and Kay on global, so I gotta do that. I gotta do that. Hello? What the fuck just happened? Chatterbox! Bro! Why did Chatterbox break my fucking game, man? Maury and Kay were getting their payback. That, you know what? This actually is the second time that this has happened on stream too. Because remember there was another time where I just randomly got kicked? That's insane. Oh yeah, it was Liberalio. Liberalio, when her freaking jelly butt popped up on the screen, it broke my game.
The goddess of victory, Nike.
I remember that. But then, yeah, that's so weird. I've seen the game crash a bit more after this event, less than before on third any. This is the first time, at least for this, though. But, yeah, I don't know. Chatterbox said, not today, fam. I ain't wait, does that actually count my kill, though? Let me see. Does that count our... That did count, because we were out of it, right?
Let's go, AZX.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we good, we good. Yeah, so that counted that. That was so weird. Yeah, Chatterbox really did not want to die, clearly. Libby's reloading animation is crazy, the way she just stares back at us. She know what she doing, okay? Oh, this is so pretty. Just reminds me of like Nora's like flashback stuff. 100%. Okay, now we gotta be speed. Eye contact is very, very powerful. It's very powerful. And the funny thing is that eye contact is just so... What's the word am I looking for? It's so basic, right? You're just looking at somebody. But if you're looking at somebody and you have like intent behind your eyes though, like that can be very intimidating.
Now that I've seen you, I'm ready to go again.
Must have been Crow's crazy.
I may look like a bunny, but I'll take on anyone, anytime, anywhere.
I may look like a bunny. I'm not a bunny.
I'll share my luck with everyone.
Alright, I'll let them be speed. Hi, Oreo. Eye contact can feel very personal. It can. It is a very, very strong... It is a very, very strong type of connection.
What do you think?
Homie, thank you so much for the stream streak. How you doing? Next. They made the right choice for Blanc's VA. She's so sassy.
Sorry,
I love
Charlie,
it.
but I must
She's
go
so
and do
sassy.
battle.
Hi, Risen! I honestly didn't recognize you at first and thought I was seeing another streamer. I know, the red hair be throwing a lot of people off. I was trying to be Crimacy with the hair and the outfit. But I'm excited to get the RD 1.0 toggles for this model. I think that's gonna be a lot of fun. Because I remember, what is it? Lynn, what was that one hairstyle that you, like, every stream, you would always change my hairstyle to that, like, half up, half down, like, ponytail thing? So I think we're gonna get that one. I think we're gonna get normal hairstyle, and then we're gonna get Artie's OG outfit, and then maybe a second outfit. Da, 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 da. So I think that's what we're looking to do.
What do you think? Can you now feel the dignity?
When I first saw it, I thought, who did you lose your soul to? Here, I thought you were cosplaying Poison Ivy. I mean, it kind of looks like it, though. Kind of looks like it. Can we get a real waffle command? What would you want the command to be, though? What would you want the waffle command to be? Yeah, I missed it's like we can hear still. You fucking crazy. You wanna it just post a waffle 7 TV emote.
What do you think? Can you now feel the dignity befitting?
Do I not have a 7 TV waffle emote? I mean, I feel like I can look since I have. Let me see. Oh, I ran out of things. Hold on. Let me go back to the shop. Shop.
Let's go, AZX.
And then back to the store. Get a waffle model? With what money? It's not the same if it's not a command. But that's what I mean. If it's a command, what's the difference between just having an emote and then having it with like an exclamation in front of it?
This barely even counts as a snack.
If all it's doing is just bringing up a waffle emote.
Are you less tense
Bam,
now?
bam, bam.
Time to regroup. Now that
I don't
I've
even
seen
know
you,
what
I'm
emotes I
ready to go
have.
again.
Let's see, waffle.
This outfit is comfortable, even for battle.
I don't even know if there is an exclamation waffle from 7TV.
I may look like a bunny, but I'll take on anyone, anytime, anywhere. This all looks rather unappetizing.
There's a cat with a waffle. Dun, 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 dun. It's
okay.
Chaos!
Tired yet?
Hi, Chaos. How you doing?
Are you less tense?
Been a bit. How are you in chat? We doing good. How you been? Life keeping you busy?
Showtime for Noir and I'm.
Waffle fling like Pilk? Oh my god. Oh! Wait, that's my first time hearing her.
Hunger.
Wait, I lied. We have listened to her burst line, but I haven't heard it when we were
What
fighting
do you
anything.
think? Can you now
Jesus
feel the
Christ, that
dignity
scared the
of
shit
picking
out
a
of me.
king?
Holy shit.
I'll protect my passengers no matter what.
Oh, god damn it, Diesel.
Bunny girl never loses.
Your face exploded. Wait, what the heck happened? Was there like a workplace accident?
Now that I've seen swim,
I watched that VOD earlier, actually. Dude, that... Dude, our voice lines are so good for that.
that was a filling meal.
One of these days, her and I are gonna harmonize a song together. Da, 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 da,
I will do my
da.
best to keep my outfit clean.
Now that I've seen you, I'm ready to go again.
Behind.
Time to regroup.
This outfit is comfortable.
Ooh, we do have ads coming up. Let me run the ads while we're fighting stuff, and before we get to the very end, which I think is soon, because I don't think I have any, yeah, I don't have any more snoozes, so I'm gonna run the ads now. So don't fret, I'm not gonna do the hard mode ending scene until everyone's out of ads, and then I'll like wait at the screen, but I'm gonna get there first. So don't fret if ads pop up, we will do the story stuff once ads are over.
I'm counting on you guys. Time to regroup.
Come on, be speed faster!
I'm okay. I'm not tired yet.
Look in the new PvP map 14. I haven't even, that's frontline, so right? I haven't done that one yet.
I may look like a bunny, but I'll take on anyone, anytime, anywhere.
I still gotta do it. I need to stay on top of my series stuff, my PvP stuff. I can't be scrambling like I did right before the last series went away. I usually do good. I usually get about halfway and then I kind of like stop. But yeah, I really do need to stay on top of it this time.
That was a filling meal. What's next on the menu?
Is it after this one? Ad break is soon. Okay. Yeah, we got one more. Okay. Got the flying cock. Ari, thank you so much for the stream streak. Hi, Julius. How you doing? You call this boss Colgate? I call him the flying cock because he's literally flying and he said cockatus. Cockatus? Yeah, cockatus. So you call him a flying cock. Doing good. Thanks for doing good. Yes, we big chillin'. We big chillin' today. Cocky toes. Alright, I'll wait until everyone's out of ads, because I'm pretty sure after I click on this one, it's gonna be the story stuff. And I don't want people to be like, oh no! I missed it! Like, don't worry, I got you. I got you. Snur just yeeted off the screen. It did. You know why? Because there's now a toggle setting for the throws that I set it to that 50% chance of missing. So there might be some that actually hit me, and there's some that's gonna be completely whiffed right past me. So I have a setting where like some might hit me and some might just totally miss my head. But I was like, oh, that's a fun setting. And you can set it to different percentages. It was originally at 100% and I dropped it down to 50%. So I'm like, yeah. Miss this shit. All right, I'm waiting for Saribot to let me know. And then also, okay, I'm gonna wait for Saribot because I was gonna make the announcement, but I'm gonna wait. Has Saribot said anything? Oh, hi Saribot, there it is, okay. All right, so for anyone that hasn't done hard mode ending, if you don't want to get spoiled, this is your time to mute, look away, whatever you need to do to not get spoiled. I'm giving you a heads up right now. This is your heads up. This is your warning. I don't want anyone to come back and be like, Strimmer, I'm being spoiled. It literally says that we're doing hard mode ending in the caption. Like, I feel like there are a couple of times where people will come in and be like, you're doing this to the story? And I'm like, yes, it's in the caption, it's in the Discord, it's on my schedule. You've seen it everywhere. Start running away. So when did you get the new model? Looks awesome. Oh, the goddess one? It was back in June of this year? So like midsummer-ish? Around midsummer-ish? Yeah. So we haven't even had it for a year yet, but so it was around that time. June, July. Yeah, June, July. Yeah, something like that. But, all right, let's go ahead and start with the story stuff. Oh my God, we're going back to young Nora. Oh my God, please, why are we starting with this? I swear to God, shift up. You gonna make me mad if you gonna make me cry. Okay.
It's so bright. Huh? That's weird. I feel like I just had the longest dream ever. Anyway.
Oh, Nora.
Lucian!
You're up.
Lucian? Did you break into my house again?
Come on, cut me some slack on today of all days.
What's so special about today?
Ouch, that stings.
Oh shit. Laura, you better start remembering.
You didn't really forget, right? You know about the ceremony. It's today.
Wait.
Ceremony? Wait, our wedding? No way. For real?
You must still be half asleep. Come on, we need to take you to get your makeup done. I'll help you get ready. Let's go.
Are we having our first wedding?
Hold on a second. Where'd the time go?
Oh my God, are we having our first wedding in Nikkei?
Welcome. Nora, congratulations. I'm so happy I get to do your makeup. Mary? Is this the kind of work you do?
Yeah, if you think of it as taking care of others, then it's kind of the same thing.
Mary makeup artist.
Here, have a seat. I'll make you into the most beautiful bride in the world.
Thanks.
So not only is she good old doctor, we got makeup artist too. Yeah, there has not been an event where we've had an actual wedding.
Ta-da! How do you like it? You look so beautiful.
Wow. I clean up pretty nice. What do you think, Lucian? Do I look good?
Holy moly! I think I just fell for you all over again.
You always exaggerate. The train's leaving soon. You should get going.
On the train?
The train?
Oh, right. It's almost time. Thanks, Mary.
Wait, we've got to take a train to our wedding venue?
Yeah. Solene rented out an entire train just for our wedding. Come on, let's go.
An entire train? Oh, hi! If it isn't the man and woman of the hour. Yeah, it's us, but what is all this?
Since it's your wedding, I went all out with the decorations. There's even a banner on the front of the train.
Oh my gosh.
What?
I'm so happy they're celebrating our marriage like this. Isn't it wonderful?
Yeah, wonderful. Though maybe a bit much.
The train will be departing shortly. I will see you both safely to your destination. Nora, Lucian.
You're here too, Brid? Thanks.
I feel like I have an idea, but I feel like
We've
I'm also
arrived.
wrong.
Welcome to your wonderful wedding hall. And congratulations on getting married! Wow!
God, it's so beautiful.
The flower garden is so beautiful. Wow. This is where we're getting married.
Let's go.
Okay.
Nora holds Lucian's hand as they step off the train together. In a few moments, Lucian and Nora's wedding will begin. I'd like to kindly ask guests to take their seats.
Oh, this song.
This was my favorite song as a child. The Way Home. I'm glad I played it every day. It helped you get back home early.
Yeah. I see that Julia's playing. What a lovely melody.
Nora, let's never be apart again. Let's just live happily for a long, long time.
Yeah, that sounds good. I won't go anywhere. Let's stay together forever.
All right. Please welcome the bride and groom. Clap, 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 clap.
Wow, you're so pretty. Even prettier than the girls in those TV dramas. You picked a perfect day.
Aww.
The sunlight feels nice and warm.
Signal and Nero? You guys came too? Oh, I'm so happy. This is the best wedding ever. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. That's our line. Thank you for being with us.
Oh.
You know, I remember something I said to Celine once. That I envied Nikes who could roam the surface so easily.
Yep, there it is.
I remember that. The talk we had on the rooftop near your place, right?
Yeah. I'm sorry. You all were fighting, risking your lives to protect us from war. It was ignorant of me to speak the way I did.
Don't worry about that. It was nothing.
Still, the sun here on the surface has always felt so bright. And that's thanks to all of you. This was the greatest journey of my entire life. Oh, I'm getting tired.
Oh, Nora. Get some sleep. I'll be right here.
Okay. Promise me. We'll meet again. I'll be waiting for you all.
If you go now, you'll probably be waiting a long time.
Don't you worry. I've grown used to waiting. And now, I won't be waiting alone, so I'll enjoy the time all the more. Well then, sweet dreams.
Man. Such a sad image, too. Nora rests in the infirmary, decorated with flowers and lace. As she falls into a deep sleep, there is a faint smile on her face. That fucking... Soline.
You did a good job holding it in, Celine.
Fuck, man.
A really good job.
It was an honor, helping you reach your final destination.
This is the last train service for today. Please ensure you've collected all your belongings before exiting. The AZX is a train meant to inspire joy in our passengers. For those who are already happy, and for those who may be feeling down, we hope you will carry that happiness with you when you disembark. We thank you for traveling with us on your life's final journey. Man, I should have thought. I should not have thought. Yeah, you know, I don't wish that type of pain on anybody, because that type of pain legitimately sucks so much. It's the worst type of heartbreak. It's the worst type of grief. It's the worst type of feeling of loss. Like, and having gone through that, I don't wish that upon anybody, genuinely. Like, that fucking sucks. And hearing Solene cry like that, it just... That pain never goes away. It doesn't. People talk about, well, time heals all wounds. I'm gonna tell you right now, it doesn't. It really doesn't. Because it's now been, I mean, it's only been a year for me with, like, Dexter, but I still have moments where I look back at the part of my living room where I was on the floor wailing and sobbing because I had to say goodbye to my best friend. And I tell you, I don't wish that type of hurt on anybody. Whether it's a pet, a family member, any loved one. It doesn't actually go away. Because you're always going to be thinking about it from time to time. Yeah. Merry early Christmas. Never hear that. Remember Farscape's time wounds all heals. Yeah, I mean, over time, like, yeah, you might be able to manage it better, but that hurt, that pain, that scar is not gonna go away. It's not. God damn it, shift up. Yeah, time numbs, but it doesn't heal. It does not heal. You need to compensate me for all the water I need to buy from these tears. Bro, I'm fucking dehydrated at this point. The scar is proof that wonderful people existed. No, absolutely. Scars tell a story, right? Scars, they tell a story. And sometimes those stories hurt. And they hurt to tell and relive. Like, I still get choked up talking about Dexter from time to time, but it's gotten easier to talk about, like, the fun stuff that I've done with him, but I can feel my chest tighten whenever I talk about him still. And I don't think that's ever gonna go away. When you have someone or something that's so important to you for such a big chunk of your life, like, that's hard. That's very hard. Says to Haran that the pain is still there, you just have to live with it and keep moving on for them. That's true. Yes, you are allowed to, like, wallow in sadness and in grief, and, like, that is totally valid. That's just, you know, emotions, right? But yes, you do eventually have to move on, but is it going to be easy? No, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be hard. Yeah, Shift Up does this Happy New Year event after the past couple of months. They've really been on a depression streak, haven't they? They kind of just keep throwing it at us. I mean, they've thrown in a little bit of funny, but I felt like just overall, they're just like, here, hold this. And they just smack us in the face with another freaking sad event. Goddessfall was the start of the depression streak. Yeah. Guys, how am I supposed to talk about ass after this? Like, how am I supposed to talk about ass when I'm fucking bawling my eyes out and I'm depressed? I hope the New Year's one is... I hope the New Year's one is not as sad. If it is sad, I don't know what I'm gonna do. You're just gonna be pretty happy, I am sure. I hope you're right. I hope you're right. Or you think they're gonna continue a heartbreak streak? And just at the end of the new year, they're like, okay, we're done. Here's some fun stuff. Here's some more lore. Here's some maid outfit Nikes. And then they're just gonna start the whole cycle of depression again. Honestly, can't tell you. This event is a nuke. I didn't do shit all night after I finally sat down and did hard mode. That's what I'm saying. How am I supposed to do my assology now that I'm fucking sitting here all sad and shit? Anticipate New Year's will be prettier in East backstory. Probably. They'll probably did it like how they did for Rappi. There's always a chance that this because like for some reason we thought Terminus ticket wouldn't be as bad, and then they do this. Yeah, here's fun stuff. No. It might be similar to Rappi's backstory event, possibly. You know what? I feel like it's gonna be a lot of maybe filling in the gaps that we didn't see during the chapters and stuff. Possibly backstory. So we might get a little bit of everything when it comes if we get an Isis thing, which I'm sure we will, but yeah, I'm sure Pretty will be as part of that backstory as well. Like she played a huge part in it, so yeah. I mean, seeing Ask and make us a little happier. That's true. Did anyone actually think it wasn't gonna be bad? I feel like her fate was pretty clear from the start. I mean, yeah, we all got that, but it's like the delivery of it too. Like you have to think about the writing of it and the delivery of it. Like, yes, we all knew what was gonna happen. Like it was inevitable. We're not gonna be like, oh my god, she's magically gonna get up and walk around. You just gotta think about the delivery of how they do this stuff. I don't exhaust these kind of stories by doing them too often. Chip needs to make up for it. I want all 3 members of Underworld Queen in bunny outfits. Ugh, that'd be great. Yeah. That would be great, but... So, there's a possibility that we're probably going to start the cycle of just getting our depression, New Year stuff, then lots of lore stuff, and then our fun, maybe Valentine's Day thing, and then we're going to get into half anniversary and summer fun stuff, and then more depression, and yeah, we'll see. We should have didn't release this as some metaphor for the good times passing and just straight depression for the next 17 years of Nikke. I don't think it's gonna be that. I do think that this entire year they've been really ramping up on lore stuff just to kind of get to this culminating event in the 3rd anniversary. At least that's just my thoughts on it. There's still a lot of unknowns out there. They've been throwing a lot of breadcrumbs on stuff and haven't really touched things since, but I don't know. We'll see. Is he taking place in Eden, having On go through New Year's without the squad? There's that too, yeah. The delivery of the story, notes, and pace was on Demon Time. This shit was perfect. Yeah, delayed sadness from the last event. They could have skipped that entire section and done a funeral instead, which would have had a completely different impact. Yeah. And that's what I mean. I feel like the delivery of how it was going to be done was just you know, there are many different options, and this is the one that they went with, so. I think this is a feels good sad ending. Like, it's sad that she died, but she passed away happy and fulfilled at the end of a long life. Oh no, absolutely. Absolutely. Like, she's finally able to be with Lucian, you know, forever, like she said, like for a long, long time, forever and ever. But it's just the fact that her passing is needing to get to that part is, it still sucks. But yes, it is kind of like a feel good sad ending, but the delivery of it too, of just all of the people that were around her for her final moments too, it kind of makes it a little bit more relatable too, I guess, especially for those that have been in situations like this, where if you've been around loved ones and you've been around there for their last moments, and I feel like that really hits home for that. Not a lot of people have experienced that though, so like maybe it doesn't always hit home because, you know, not everyone has experienced it. And like I said, I don't wish that upon anybody because that's not a fun thing to do. But yeah, that was just my take on that. Happy anniversary, Treads me by now. We haven't heard a beep about Crow. Worst part of the anticipation of new content because you're just overly cautious at this point. Honestly, we're in for a ride. The new chapters in February are also not going to be happy when Commander finds out what happened at Eden and how Marion is right now. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that can happen too in the next 2 chapters, but how they pace it out too is going to be interesting. Like, I don't know if they're going to cram a lot of stuff together, if they're going to space it out like they did with the 4B stuff. Like, I have no idea. It would have been happier if they did the dream after the funeral, and we would have probably had cried like tears of joy. Yeah, like, if they would have flip-flopped it, right? Yes, we would have been sad in the beginning, but then like her meeting with Lucian after she passed type of thing, like her meeting him in the afterlife, you know, however people want to interpret it, would have been a totally different vibe. Would have been a totally different vibe for sure. Our end is what every human's dream of, having no regrets. Meet with the loved ones to take you home and have friends that care for you as you pass. Yep. And knowing that it was a happy ending really doesn't soften the blow. It doesn't. I see I came in at the end. How are you holding up? We're managing. We're managing. But I missed the waffle. You missed the first 2 waffles, yes. But we still got waffles going on. And his reaction when we see Uni me harder. Yes. There's a lot of things that he kind of missed out on because he's been busy. And there's a lot of other stuff that's been happening on the side, so. I lost my grandmother in November to dementia, so I couldn't do this event at all. And no, and that's very valid. And I'm pretty sure if I would have done this event right after I lost Dexter, like last year, I'm pretty sure I would have just ended stream. I'm not even joking. If I were to have done this last year, like right after he had passed, I don't think I would have been able to continue stream. Because like I would have been too busy fucking crawled up on the floor sobbing. But like this being like a year later and having, you know, not been so recent, like it's just, yeah. But I can't imagine, you know, with anyone else that has an event like this happen recently, that it's probably hard to do, probably hard to play. So I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Just to click on the menu with the red dot over Artie. Sucks. Because I always have that red dot there. And you know why I keep red dots occasionally? Is so that I have better discipline for when it comes to saving for Bannerpalooza. Because like my inventory, for instance, and like, you know, all of the different, what is it, molds? I have trained myself over the years to not click on them, to save it for Bannerpalooza. And so I keep red dots everywhere to train myself to not click on things, unless I actually need to do them, but. Did Overstone the evening of a legit depressive episode, like mental health depression, at a certain part where Dorothy is coping. Yeah, sometimes it's like we play things like at the worst time possible and we're like, ah shit, why do we do this? And same as how some veterans watching Private Ryan had to walk away because PTSD. Oh yeah, absolutely. There are different things that are going to trigger different stuff depending on what you're watching, playing, doing, and you just never know when something can just hit you so hard, so. Risky, thank you so much for the stream streak. Already streamed for blocking out the red charges. It's true. Personally, I don't like bittersweet endings like this. It's hard to get through for me. As in, like, you don't feel like certain emotions that you want to feel or like that others feel, or what do you mean by it's hard to get through for you? Good writing helps too, and good acting. Yeah, at least Redash had a badass cutscene. That is true. That's that whole mix of like, it can be sad and you can have like something nice or like you said badass like afterwards too, and you're just like, yeah, that's a good mix. This one they flip-flopped it. They were like, we're gonna hit you with the happy feels, and then we're gonna completely flip it and just hit you in the gut with this. Good old switcheroo from John Shift Up. Crazy. Crazy. I will personally go to SK and confront Bald Man if Commander does not go full FMP over on Jien when he finds out about Uni. Well, if they ever make an appearance at Anime Expo again, I feel like when he's meeting everybody, I'm gonna be like, look, sir, we're gonna need to have a conversation. I'm gonna be starstruck for like a minute. I'll be like, can I have your autograph? And then I'm gonna be like, okay, now we need to talk. About what you did to me this past year. I'm not a fan, man. I'm not a fan. It depends on the type of bittersweet for me. This one hurt because it seemed wholesome and then they twisted the knife. Be thinking hard mode will take place in the arc. Oh. Maybe you get sent by 2 dozen Butch Lessick and Old Tales. Yeah, that too. That too. 1 second she's crying, remembering stuff, and the next she dead. Like, what happened? We need to evolve. We gotta evolve. Convos. Conversation, a cornerstone of evolution. This is the 4th Christmas event that was sad. Was it? Maybe one day Nikke will push the depression too far and we just become numb like this was a grim, dark Warhammer 40k. I don't know, man. But at the rate they're going, probably. Hi, John Shift Up. Love your game. But let's talk about the heap of emotional damage you dumped on me this year. Yeah, like, I have been going to therapy because of you. Last year's wasn't that sad. I didn't think last year's was that sad because there was the Ice Dragon Saga one though, right? What about the Neverland one? Was Neverland considered Crimus? Or was Neverland not considered Crimus? The Ice Dragon one had a lot of good like Easter eggs from like other games too. That one was a lot of fun. Neverland was the first. That one for me personally wasn't sad. Well, it was sad because apparently you can fail the minigame at trying to rizz up Nikke's, and that's why it was sad for me. Story-wise, I don't think so, but the fact that the minigame I failed it, that's sad. So I guess you could chalk it in as saying that it is sad, so yeah. But this year's just about Maiden struggling with decision and learning to open up to Guillotine, who was learning about herself. That's true. Yeah, that's true. Usually the Christmas stuff had a nice ending, but a sad background. Ice Dragon was really funny for me in the first part. Yeah, no, it had its moments, right? And then it had its serious moments towards the end too, because, you know, like learning about yourself, like all that type of stuff. So, but I didn't think it was like depression sad, like really, really sad. Haven't heard me because Belorda got abused. Okay, that part was sad. Yes, that part was sad, but like ending wise though. Like, ending-wise, I don't think it was sad, but there were parts in it that were really sad, though. Yeah. I already failed at rizzing Nikke's. I'm just really bad at the minigame, yeah. People are depressed more this time of year, and Shift Up just ignores that and says, hold my beer to the player base. Yo, big facts, man. Big facts. Neverland is like a close second, giving us background to Belorda and Mika's past, which hurts like hell. Yeah, that part, like, that flashback for all of that stuff was not fun at all. That was definitely some serious depression. I'd say Ice Dragon was touching and ended happy. The way we were going with a sad story shift up might make us cry over Crow Red Shoes at this point. I don't know about that because we got to do Crow's Bond story today, so we might change that tune very, very quickly. Here's hoping in 2026 there'll be an SSR Ballorda. That'd be so nice. That'd be so nice if some of the beans could get like really nice upgrades or alts too. Like I would love for some of them to get some upgrades, but when I told my friend who does not play Nikke, talked about him like here, Lord Mika's backstory, he was appalled. Yeah, and that's the story. That's just how it be sometimes. Their villain origin story is likely. For a bond story today, I forgot about that. Yeah, I don't want to talk about that. Oh, actually.
The waves have calmed. Why don't we swim towards the next story?
Even more mental trauma. Well, that goes in part of me not being able to not challenge chat. I challenged chat and I made a mistake. I gotta be careful. I gotta be careful when I say, oh yeah, you guys won't do this, and then you guys do it, and then I act surprised when it happens, and I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Let's go, AZX.
Alright. Oh wait, I don't need to do this now. Yeah, no, that was the thing. I really underestimated people that actually like certain characters. That was on me. Especially when someone has religiously, in every VOD that I've ever put, Crow love in the comment section. I should have known better.
Let's go, AZX.
Yeah, surprise Pikachu face. Literally, me. I'll grab this. Oh, I don't think I've... Did I do my Brid pulls yet? I honestly don't remember. I don't think we did. We only did Diesel, right? Come here. I might need to do that too. I might need to go grab Brid before she goes away. Oh, hello. My friend who nearly quit Nikke over Nihilistra sacrifice. Look, some people be having some visceral reactions, you know? Because they're big fans. They're big fans of certain characters, so... Understandable. Understandable. Alright, let me see... And we are maxed, I think? Yeah. Someone who loves Grave, so very much surprised people have Nikke. Surprised people have Nikkes that they like. No, not surprised, but I'm surprised. Well, for me, it was just I shouldn't be surprised because, like I said, they have made it very known in all of my VODs about Crow love. So that's why I was like, that's on me. That's on me. Alright, so we still got a good chunk of tickets. We got a lot of gold tickets. So if I ever need to MLB, I'm set on New Year's. I don't know if I want to MLB. I think with Winter, these guys, I think I just want to get a copy. And so far, we got Diesel. I don't need to worry about any of these units because I got them last year. So I'm set on that. So we just need to go for Brid then. We just gotta go for Brid. Just they didn't promise somewhere that they would be no more deaths on the AZX after what happened in the bombing of the train years ago. Yeah, I don't think so. Every character is someone's favorite, even the hated ones. Yeah, everyone's gonna have their own... Some people are gonna like certain ones, and some people are gonna dislike those characters as well. There's always gonna be preferences, so... First try multi, let's go. Okay. Dev said they want to focus on alts of already existing characters instead of introducing new ones, so despite everything, characters will be dying left and right. No, I don't think it's gonna be like every event that we get, there's gonna be another death. Like, I think that they're just setting the precedence for it so that in the future, like, people aren't like, oh my god, like, this is happening. Like, I think that's all it is, so. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be, like, everything that they put out is gonna have someone dying, but, I also think for them, like, just being able to have, like, alts of some of these characters is a good way to kind of just get a fresh start for some of these that might have been, I don't know, sitting around for a hot second, or just getting a new look, but 4 days left for Diesel. I gotta get to it. Yeah, do it. 4 days left for Diesel, and then 11 days left for Brid. So Brid's got a little bit of time left. Dun-dun. Praying for Artie's luck. Thank you. Imagine that every event someone will die, people would go nuts. Yeah, but that at that point, literally, no pun intended, that's overkill. Like, that's way too much if they were to do that. And I feel like I say this, I feel like they are smart enough to not do something like that. So, like, imagine you doing, like, maid event, right? And you're like, ooh, yay, Nikes and maid outfits, and then all of a sudden someone dies. I'm like, are we in a horror game now? Like, what is this? Like, I'll be like, that'd be such a whiplash of just, like, you know, cute maid outfit or cute bunny outfit, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay. It's just like, what just happened? Like, that'd be too much of a whiplash. This is too much. Here's in a weird spot for me. What does it say? Feel corrupted revolution type goes to, but she turned out to be a nihilistic letdown in the end, but I'd rather fill the void with my own fanfics. Yeah, whatever you gotta do for your headcanon, you know. Got lucky and was able to pull them both, and then bought the ones from last year with gold tickets. Oh, nice, so you're kind of like caught up with it though. I think Brid's not coming home for me. Oh no. Nah, I pray for Brid. You got this. I'm saving tickets. Seasonals do not seem worth it anymore. Well, the thing is for me, it's more of a collection thing, right? Like, I don't play meta. Like, I just play with whatever. And right now, like, the limited characters, like, those are the only ones that I'm just like, okay, just like collection. Main event, Privity dies from ketchup poisoning. Like, imagine someone had like an allergy, like a food allergy, and they just died because they didn't have like an EpiPen or something. Like, Jesus Christ. Be like, why? Is that a way to die? The fact that some people say the only way for the game to be serious is to kill off characters is really dumb. I mean, are you surprised that people are gonna say stuff? It's the internet, man. Like, I'm not surprised at all. Josh have got to cut back on his budget, so Nike's gotta go! Watch them kill off Nora so they don't have to give her a new outfit. That's just mean. That's mean. Bro, we turned Valentine into a horror event would be such a whiplash. It would! I would not know what to do. I'd be like, what are we playing? Like, what just happened? For any of us, something like this happened. Only difference is now that we're more or less caught up with any events taking place now than in the past. I feel like there's still some things in the past that they haven't touched on yet that they need to. Will they? Probably. When? I have no idea. Rainy, Soda, how are you doing today? Boom, Soda's 777 event. Can't believe Mass died from falling down the stairs while drunk. It would be a hilarious, awful April Fool's event. Nah, they would definitely need to, like, preface that this is April Fool's and this is not real. Because, yes, I feel like the internet would implode if they were ever to do something like that and not be April Fool's. If they call off in, I'll be very put out. Is that the Grim Reaper? Also, Brid's animation offering coffee raised her stonks almost to top for me. Stonks! Like, what are Rapture and where they come from? Also, I need to know what a nihilist should look like as a Nikkei. Well, I mean, we got, like, first, like, Reclamation War. There's a lot of stuff, like, in between, like, Johan stuff. We kind of got, like, brief flashbacks of it, like, little talks of it, like, how he escaped the Ark to, you know, go to where he is in Eden. Same thing with Cecil. But I feel like there could be a little bit more of a deep dive with that. A little bit more of, like, what are the things that Cecil worked on? What else did Johan do during his time as a commander? Like, they did, like, a very, like, gloss over of it, but they didn't do, like, a full-on... I feel like they should. Whether or not they do, I don't know. But I feel like they should do a little bit more into that, because I would like to know. I would like to know. A lot happened between Red Ash and Overzone that has not been covered. Yeah, exactly. There's like a lot of things on the in-between, the little in-betweens that like we haven't really like gotten into yet. I would like to see that. And whether or not they do, I have no idea, so. Dungeon kills Neon off so they can avoid making another overspec. Nah, see, I don't think that's gonna happen though. And then the Willems scream for each death then. Everything in Ayuda and Deep has so much past stuff unexplored too. That's true. All of the Deep stuff, man, like that's, I feel like we're gonna get into it a lot more with like Neon, but that's a huge question mark right now. That's a big old question mark of like, what is happening? I'm really, really invested in Neon's story and everything that's happening with Deep. More so than Anise. Like, I feel like this is gonna, you know, all of the Anise fans are gonna be like, how could you? I'd be like, but genuinely, I thought the way that they, and that's why I'm hoping for New Year's, if they do Anise's stuff, that they fill in the gaps, because I did not like the way they just all of a sudden were like, okay, now you have the outfit and go take out the only one. Go take out the queen baby. I'm like, what? Like, there was no, I don't know. I felt like it was such a weird, like, we just all of a sudden just were there. Like, there was no, like, kind of easing into it. There was no, like, explanation of stuff. Like, yeah, we had the stuff in the early chapters of 40, or 39, 40, 41. And then all of a sudden it was like, boom. I'm like, what? What? Like, I don't know. It just felt, I don't know. It felt rushed, I guess. With Anise, it's kind of obvious, but Neon, yeah, a lot of people are locked in. Yeah, I don't know. That's why I'm hoping if they do something for anniversary for her, that they kind of like flesh out some of the details, because it just, I don't know. It just kind of seemed like we were dragging it through the chapters, right? And then we kind of got to a part where we were like, okay. And then at the end of the most recent chapters, it was like, boom, do the thing. And it was just like, wait, what? How are we at this part? Like, I don't understand. I feel like it just happened to give Anise her big moment. Yeah. 2 hours, 2 hours. She got the armament star, learned to use it, and perfected it in like 2 hours. Well, that's what I mean. It felt like it just. That's why I'm hoping that they do like the fleshing out of the details, because it just seemed a little abrupt. Seemed a little abrupt for me. Like, I'm glad she was there, right? Super glad. But it just seemed like out of nowhere. It was like, okay, like now you, huh? Like, hooray! But like, how did we get here? Type thing. But that's why, fingers crossed, it's gonna be for backstory, a little bit of backstory into it. Maybe like, you know, bringing in Pretty and talking about that whole backstory, and then like what she did like while she got her armament and stuff. So, but yeah, I think we need a serious talk about Anise's past and some hints that they dropped. Just protecting the citizens of the Ark was more impactful than the Queen fight. Yeah, well, because the Queen fight happened like in 2 seconds, right? We saw the animation for it and then it was done. And that's why I was like, it felt like it was kind of rushed, because like all of a sudden she was saving people in the Ark or helping people in the Ark, and then all of a sudden she's wearing the armament, and it's like, how did we get here? Like, I don't know. Was it just like, you know, Tony Stark, you just jump into the suit and then the suit kind of just does its thing? Like, I don't know. But I'm assuming that for New Year's it's gonna be Anise backstory, Pretty backstory, how they kind of converged to where they got to in like chapter 40 or whatever it was where we saw the armament. And then from there, hopefully seeing all of the in-between stuff of while we were on Whaley, what Anise was doing with the armament and Mustang, and maybe like all of them too. So it's one way to make a Anise Annie story sad and make it about Pretty. No, that's true. Yeah, because, you know, Pretty turning into the armament is going to be a sad one for sure. Features of respec and stuff is supposed to be lost tech. Features of it will not be crow overspec. Crazy. Imagine if they did do that though. Imagine if they were just like, oh yeah, we're doing crow overspec. Like, what? Like, how did we get here? How did we get here? Feel like, John Ship, now we really gotta talk. Okay. Let me do my polls real quick. Let's see if I can get all my polls in. I don't know if I'm gonna get it in 2 multis. 2 multis is the goal. A double or a triple would be great, because then that could go in line with when I got a triple for Ice Maiden, but we'll see. We'll see if John Shift Up is gracious enough to get me a double or a triple, but Anonymous, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Props. Thank you. One tap easy. You sure about that? No way. No way.
Leave it to me.
I made.
What are...
Soldier OW.
I know, always at the end too. You're so fucking lucky. You're so lucky. Oh my god. Hello, Alice. Hello. Alice, why you do this? Why you do this? Well, it was worth a shot. It was worth a shot. I know. You were manifesting, which was fine. I appreciate the manifest, but I was like, there's no way. There's no way. You're like, I got all of these. Oh, never mind. Deletes paragraph. I could just see all of these people that got like, you know, 400, 500 pulls to try to get her. They're all of a sudden like ranting and then they just like, oh, she didn't get, okay, delete paragraph. Delete paragraph. Okay. Well, what are the two? We're not gonna get it on the second one though. Oh yeah, don't forget to do your exclamation raffles too, so you can be a part of the gem giveaway. Why do we have a hype tray? What is happening? Anything but crow. Alice is a precious bean. No, you're right. You're right. You are so right. All right, for Brid. Okay. I was joking when I said it wouldn't be 2 in a row. I was.
Neon.
Soldier.
Leave it to me. I will take you safely to your desired destination.
Now you guys can write your paragraphs. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to everyone that spent like millions of pulls on trying to get her. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Thank you, John Shift Up. Thank you, John Shift Up. Thank you. And I know you're in chat. Thank you. I considered to MLB Diesel after she refused to repair once after 150 pulls. You gave up on that. It's tough trying to MLB when you're kind of drained after anniversary.
At your...
It's not fucking scripted. That's crazy.
Model,
that's crazy.
I will do my best.
Well, there we go. We got us our Brid. And I only had to use tickets. I didn't even dip into my gem fund, so. You're lying. You're not sorry at all. John Shift Up is watching. That's crazy, and I still got fucking 5 tickets left. Yeah, the way that Brid looks at us is a little dangerous. It's a little dangerous. Alright, well we got our Brid, we got our Diesel. We basically have, I think, the last two this winter, last winter, got all of the units, so we're good with that. I'm gonna be surprised if Shift Up devs are here and heard Cosmograph pops in on content creators. Have they on Twitch though? I feel like they have on YouTube. I've seen it happen on YouTube when people stream it on YouTube. I don't know about Twitch though? I could be wrong. Brid looking at you like a snack. That is true. That is true. The way that Brid looks at us. Oh yeah, I forgot. King over here just making King comments. Felt bad and decided to troll Artie in a nice way by giving her the pull just so she wouldn't pull it on second try. That's a wild typo.
There is no need to hesitate.
All right, let's do, while we're here, let's do our next gem giveaway for you guys. Make sure you get your waffles in, exclamation raffle, so that we can get our gems to you guys. If you've done an exclamation raffle and you don't see a message pop up, it's most likely you already have a ticket. But just make sure, if you want to double tap, make sure that you got a waffle in. Remember, I just asked that you've been following for more than 24 hours just to kind of keep it fair. And then be in the Discord because I have a winners channel where I add everyone that is a winner. And I get all of your UID information and stuff from there. And I can distribute your gems, so. I don't think KR does Twitch anymore since they disconnected, so YouTube and their Twitch alternative would make more sense. That's what I was thinking. They got rid of Twitch, but...
This way, Commander. There is no need to hesitate.
Gonna risk it and stream the new BD2 content sometime. Probably. I mean, the thing is that, like, BD2 has, whatchamacallit, the mature rating restriction already on it. So not a restriction, like a flag, so that like Twitch knows that you're going to be streaming some mature content. And that's why like when I've streamed BD2 in the past, like it hasn't been an issue. But the thing is that people will try to stream without that flag on it, and that's why they get in trouble. So I think that's like the biggest thing is just when we do BD2 stuff, I just need to make sure that I have mature content flag on, so that like I don't get bonked by Twitch. I bought Escape from Duckov. I'm spending so much time with it. Oh, Hiro, that game is so much fun. It's so much fun. I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. Escape from Duckov is like, I played normal Escape from Tarkov, but like Escape from Duckov though, dude, that game is like actually a lot of fun. It'll be the YouTube VODs, that'll be troublesome. Yes and no, because I actually found out it's when you monetize a video, that's when they try to get at you. If you don't monetize the video, there's a lot of things that you can slide under the radar. The problem is when you try to monetize things, that's when all of like the YouTube bots try to find the mature content, the inappropriate stuff, like the cursing, the violence, like all of that. That's where it becomes an issue. But if you don't monetize a video, you're not trying to gain money from these things, and so they kind of just put it, like, brush it off to the side. So I have found that if I don't monetize stuff, I actually don't get bonked. So that's what I've learned. That's what I've learned. As long as the game is a category on Twitch, you're fine to play it, as long as you don't focus too much on mature sections. Yeah. They'll let it slide if it's YouTube. Yeah, for the most part, yeah. The pots made. Okay, thank you. Hi, Tom, how are you doing? So basically, YouTube doesn't to give the money. Yes. So they don't have to pay you for basically like, especially with BD2, where you basically just are looking at prawn. Like, they're not gonna give you money for that stuff. Like, so that's why YouTube VODs for streamers allow cursing and some don't. Well, for the most part, yeah. You'll be able to, you should be able to tell if something is monetized because there should be like a little money symbol next to it, but I don't know if viewers can actually see that or not. Maybe it's just from like my account I can see it, but I have noticed, because I did this from trial and error, that if I, especially for ones where like there's music copyright, if I don't monetize it, like Limbus Company for instance, there's a lot of Millie songs that are at the end of Limbus Company contos. And that gets copywritten all the time. The thing is that I know that Millie songs are usually just like, they're fine, that you can use it. The problem is that to get permission for it to be fine, it takes a really, really long time. So for me to not wait, I just don't monetize it. I just don't monetize the video. So that I can actually get the VOD out quicker and I don't have to wait for permission from YouTube to be like, yeah, you can post it now. So that's why there's a lot of my Limbus Company stuff. I mean, at the same time, I don't really need to monetize any of my videos because I get literal pennies from it. It's just something extra if I wanted to, but yeah, the hassle of reaching out to Millie to get the okay would be long. Yeah. It's just yours, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's what I figured. I figured it was probably just on my end, but yeah, it's just interesting how they do it. All right, let's go ahead and do our Oreo, not our Oreo, our waffle. We'll do our waffle because we have ads that are starting in like 3 minutes. So let me go ahead and close this out, and we'll go ahead and pick a couple of winners, and then we gotta go into Crow's Bond story. So. All right. So our next winner for the gem giveaway is Lacros. Lacros, are you here? No, we're Oreo. Lacros, are you here? I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking about making the Oreo waffles again, to see if my parents would like that. Lacros, don't be an Oreo. Lacros, no, come back. Come back. I know I have to give it a little time because there is a stream delay, and I need to make sure that I'm giving people ample amount of time to respond, because this might be one of those, maybe not. Man, I was hoping that we wouldn't get a freaking any Oreos. Seems that is not the case. Yeah, it's our first Oreo of the day. It seems like it. All right, we'll go ahead and pull the next winner then. The next one is Baraiken. Baraiken, don't be an Oreo. Are you here? Say something in chat, even if it's just keyboard smash. Let's go! Let's go! No Oreo! Let's go! All right, can you please do an exclamation follow age in chat so everyone knows that you've been following for more than 24 hours? Just to kind of keep it fair. Congrats, congrats. Thank you so much for the follow age. You're hurt. Why? Do you want people to become Oreos? Oreo's like one of us. One of us. All right. Let's see what Baraiken gets. How many gems? Oh no! Raysphere, why did you have to say anything? Why did you have to say anything? You could have just not said anything in chat. You could have just not said anything. You had to manifest it. You literally, you manifested this shit. You literally did this! You said let's go, no Oreo. Oh, I mean, do you want people, that's what I'm saying, do you want people to be Oreos? So it's my fault? Wow. Thank you, well, yeah, well, okay. Congratulations on the 60. We're gonna do one more poll, before we move on to the Pro Bond story. But again, if any of the mods in chat could please write this down for me and just document it in the mod channel or the winners channel, whichever, just so that it's easier to have to go back and look at it than go through the VOD. I appreciate it. All right, so next one, before we move on to the Bond stories, is AJ in Ohio. Wait, is it AJ in Ohio or AJ Game that was having dinner? I don't remember. Oh no, I hope it's not AJ in Ohio, because then they're gonna be. Oh, it was you? Okay, perfect. I was just like, but you are back. Yay! Both of the AJs are here. Hooray! Congratulations! Congratulations! Both are here! Could you please do exclamation follow age in chat so everyone knows you've been following for more than 24 hours? Let's go! Let's go, let's go! Congrats, congrats. Who's the real one? It's like the Spider-Man pointing meme. Like, that one. No, me. It's me. The jackpot is gone. Just wrap it up. Wrap it up. Thank you so much for doing the follow age. All right, let's see how many you get. Holy shit, no way. We go from the lowest one to the highest one? Raysphere, honestly, you just said the jackpot is gone. I feel like you manifested it again. I feel like you just manifested it again. Congratulations on freaking 6,200. Why you do this? Congratulations, congratulations. So the 60 is taken and the 6200 is taken. We still got a couple big ones and the 120 and the 320 left. Congrats, congrats. You are very welcome. You're very welcome. I'll make sure to add you guys to the winners channel at the end of stream. So do not worry, do not worry. Da, 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 da. All right, let's go ahead and start up the next set of waffles. Get your waffles in. Get your waffles in. We'll go ahead and run some ads too, because ads are gonna be popping up. Once we come back from ads, I am due for Crow's Bond story since I accidentally challenged chat and chat threw it back in my face. So we're gonna be doing that, and then we're gonna be getting into our assology section of the stream. If you have never been to an assology part of stream, buckle up because literally all we're doing is just analyzing butts and bobs. Actually, that's what we're doing. So, if analyzing butts and bobs is not your thing, then you don't have to stick around for assology, so. Ishimple! Alright, we're gonna have the ad starting, and then we'll pick up on Bond stories after. Bing bing! Waffle or spaghetti? I wish chat threw it back in my face. What do you mean? This raffle only mocks me. A score for assology. I know you are, King. Jesus Christ. Can't wait to attend assology with the fam. You're bringing your family to assology? Dude, that's crazy. Tell the fam jam I said hi. Bam, bam. You have a doctorate in it? Oh shit. Let me see your thesis on it. I wanna see. We gotta compare notes. Assology is the best subject. Also, waffle or spaghetti is a book? Oh, I did not know that. I did do a double take in my brain, read it as astrology at first.
This way, Commander.
Yeah, I guess if you're looking at it because of, like, you know, you got the moon right there. So it could be like astrology. If you want it to be. While we're waiting for ads to pass, let me go ahead and do some of my dailies so I don't forget. Oh, let me just do quick. This is so nice, being able to have the quick battles for the weekly ones.
Am I beautiful?
I have a lot of experience with astrology. It's 4 kids. The 4 kids! Yeah, we do talk about it.
You've made it far enough.
Also, just like I said, from a perspective of the anatomy of the female body and how things sit differently on women too. And just seeing how some of the clothing, how some of the lack of clothing, like we look at everything. We look at all angles of it. Which moon is in Gatorade? All of the moons are in Gatorade. I need to change Crown's skin back. I like the other one where she has bobs. Don't get me wrong, I like her burst with her, like, with this skin, but like I want Naked King.
Can you now feel the dignity befitting a king?
I need Naked King. Who do I have for Tribe Tower this week? Mishlish. Let me grab this from PvP.
Welcome to Larina. The finest entertainment the Ark has to offer.
That was nice, but I missed the Naked King burst. That's what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. If you know this, but you can quick battle Simroom too. That's what I just did. I just did quick battle on Sim. Am I supposed to get another crow? No! Hello, game? I thought it was gonna... thought it was gonna freeze up on me.
I'm sorry, Chime, but I must go and do battle. Behold the strength born of my people's affection.
Oh man.
Behold, the season's rising star.
They win! Dun, 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 dun. Can I do any of these ones? What am I? I feel like I'm so low. I think I went up against them, and I think that one was a trap. It's a trap! Maybe this one? This one I feel like is a trap, too.
Let the games debut!
A tree lady is good for PvP. You know what? I actually don't know. I haven't adjusted my PvP lineup in over a year. And I feel like she came out, what, in this... when did she come out? Recently, right? I haven't touched my PvP teams in a long time. I'm gonna have to readjust them accordingly. But now that I'm caught up on campaign, I can actually like work out a PvP team, or teams, I should say.
The strength born of my people's affection.
Because I haven't actually like sat down and like worked them just yet. They just kind of exist. Oh, she came out in March? Okay. Yeah, I have not touched like my PvP teams in like a year. Da, 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 da. Which I don't even think I have. Or, I don't think I do. Nice. All right. I know that we're out of ads. Oh, that's weird. It's not even... What happened to my Twitch? Hello? Okay. Let me see. Let me go back to... Freaking crow, man. Hi, Pochita. Ooh, we're over 100 finally. It only took 84 years. Alright, and then let's go in here. I feel like it should be just like a cross through. Bond story happens for chapter 22. I think so. I think it's leading up to when... I think it's leading up to the events of the attack on the Ark, I think. Yeah. That one, you two guys have to be very happy. Yeah, well, like I said, I accidentally opened my mouth and it got thrown back in my face, so... She's not even a full affection. Why would she be? Why? She's not even, she's level 1 still. She has no gear, no dolls, like nothing. That's like, she got nothing. She got nothing. All right, guys. Are we, yeah, we're out of ads too. Okay. Well, this is the part where we do Rose Bond story. I want to say against my will, but like I said, I brought this upon myself, so. And I'm so sorry that we're having to do this right after an AZX event. Like, the timing could not have been any worse. Have to be affection level 10 before you can do the whole thing. I realize that. This is not my first time doing Bond stories. Thank you, though. Don't apologize for a peek. What do you mean peek? This Just got back from unpacking some groceries and you doing her bond story. Angel, like I said, I accidentally made a mistake and said that they would not do what I said they were gonna do, and they did. And then I now have to pay for it, so. It's kind of inappropriate. Well, you know what? It's not my fault. It is my fault, but like I said, I wasn't thinking about the timing of it, though. I wasn't thinking about the timing. Bow, bow, bow. Here we go. In the afternoon, the interrogation room in the rehabilitation center. Remember when I thought like her design looked really, really cool when I first started playing this game, and then when we got to know her and what she did, I was like, oh, fuck. Oh. Seems so long as I locked in rehabilitation center, you'll always come knocking. All right, let's start the interrogation. Or, are you here for my mental health? Regardless, it'll be nice to spend some time together. They say you may have some mind switch symptoms. No, my brain is normal. Besides, anytime Anike does something a human finds incomprehensible, the higher-ups will always try and attach a label to her. Incomprehensible? Like what? Actually, I went to the ACPU yesterday to turn myself in. I told them I was the one behind the terrorist incident at the Daily Arc newspaper office. Before I knew it, those morons had tossed me in here. What did you say? Why are you so surprised? I'm an outlaw and suspected of being the former head of a terrorist organization. It's odd to be making such a fuss over nothing, don't you think? But did you really do it? Yes. And no. Do you like riddles? No? Well then, I'm afraid we're at an impasse. Let's talk about something else. Come what may, the final judgment will be made by the AI. You don't have to rack your brain too hard coming up with your own opinion. So let's just have a nice chat. Can you show me today's newspaper? I want to know what's going on out there. I show her the newspaper. Let me see. At around 8:33 this morning, the Daily Arc newspaper office, which has always trumpeted the danger of Nikkes, was subject to a terrorist attack by an armed, irregular Nikke. An angry mob numbering in the thousands gathered in front of the central government's office building, where they expressed vehement anti-Nikke sentiments by smashing the Nikke effigies. Yikes. Things aren't looking good. They may break into the rehab center to kill me. Things are really starting to get out of hand. Technically, there's no law regarding slander against a Nikke, but they can't spread this fake news just because I turned myself in, can they? Fake news? The so-called facts that are being reported are a sham, especially this. Was subject to a terrorist attack by an armed, irregular Nikke? Sure, I'm not entirely innocent, but I didn't use any weapons. What? Exactly what I said. There were plenty of other people actually using firearms there. How come the media is focusing solely on me? Could they be following orders from the central government? If so, then the plot has thickened. Could you please start making sense? Don't be nervous, just take it easy. There are almost 3 days before the formal hearing anyway. In the meantime, it's just the two of us stuck here in the rehab center. We should save some topics for our later conversations. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So tell me, what are your thoughts on all this? As of now, nothing in particular. No need to be shy. You are already in the rehab center after all. Perhaps I lied just to mess with you. Or maybe I manipulated other Nikkes into opening fire into a crowd. I'm sure you've got a whole bunch of hypotheses. You're indirectly responsible for orchestrating this incident, but I'm not going to jump to conclusions. If I tell her that, I'd be betraying her trust in me as a commander. Say something to avoid the question. Seriously? Why are your words so measured? You're starting to bore me. So you're saying you don't have enough information to pass judgment, is that it? Then allow me to offer another perspective. There will be an interesting video on Tetranet tonight. We'll see if you change your tune after watching that video. Oh, I already said I don't like riddles. And what does she do? She fucking gives me goddamn riddles. I'm gonna stop it at 9 right there because you don't deserve to have 10.
I'd be more than happy to show you some affection.
Yeah, seriously, if I could, I would.
I'm talking about like what Jacqueline I have.
Nah, you can stay at rank 9. Merp. So does this happen after her getting arrested? I guess you could say that, since she kind of like turned herself in though.
Riddles?
Would you say she riddles you with riddles? Silverhawk, please. I play the Riddler challenge as a Batman, so no thank you! We're about to start the cartel execution videos again. If you are justice, please do not lie. Hi Ryoku, hi Ozen, how you doing? I feel like she's always getting arrested though. At this point, I feel like she kind of likes it. You know? I feel like she kind of likes it. I kind of want to see Krogan, like, that she actually broke the commander. I'm not surprised that we're gonna see her in the future for some incident or something. She'll be back. She'll be back. Would you love chat if we were a riddle? Of course I would. It's just the whole, like, if I was a worm, would you still love me if I was a worm? She has a thing for getting detained by authorities. She does. She does. Hi, Gio. Why am I doing Crow's Bond story? Because I fell for a trap. And now I must carry out Crow's Bond story. Against my will. It's against my will! At night in the commander's room, I watched the video on Tetranet that Crow told me about. Daily Arc newspaper terrorist attack video. Shocking. I click on the video with that title. Shoot, 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 shoot. Do you think we outlaws are lower than insects? Outlaws? Call the police! What should we do? Well, let me tell you. These insects have a voice. And we have guns. Nikke? There's a Nikke over there. Kill that lunatic. What are you waiting for? How can she do this? Someone was gunning down right in front of her and she didn't care at all. Could that Nikke be an irregular? Shoot, shoot, shoot. Shoot, shoot, shoot. It's not against your will if you were paid for it. That's why I said it the way that I said it. The next day in the rehab center interrogation room. Hey, I haven't seen you for 21 hours. You seem a little perturbed. Did you tune in to my little video by any chance? Yeah, I have a question for you. Sorry, you'll have to wait just a moment. It's mealtime now. If I can even keep it down, this Splendiment smells like garbage. Blech. I thought I had an iron stomach, but 2 days of this junk is starting to get to me. Well then, what is it? I ate today's meal for nothing anyway, so get to the point. Why didn't you do anything at the scene of the terrorist attack? I'll answer your questions. But do you mind if I ask a few questions of my own? Okay. It's like the, I'll answer your question with a question. And it's like, just fucking answer my question. In your opinion, who was the shooter? An outlaw. You're a good judge of character. Next question. Do ARC citizens truly believe that outlaws are inferior beings? No. Then why do you discriminate against them? They are human beings, 100% genetically identical to yourselves. Yet you strip away their civil rights and banish them to the darkest depths of the Outer Rim. You don't even toss them the scraps of food that litter the ground of the Ark. Whether I like it or not, this is the central government's policy. I'm not asking what you think. I'm asking about how the other civilians feel about this. Well, food is limited in the Ark. Living space is limited in the Ark. I don't like any of those answers. I feel like... Well, I can see food being limited, living space being limited, I feel like is an excuse. Food, on the other hand, with the whole Splendiman thing, I can kind of see it, but like, I don't know. I don't really like these responses. Oh, is that so? What you mean is humans in the Ark far outweigh the meager resources, and someone has to suffer. If you draw the short straw, then you're forced to become an outlaw. By that logic, I should be able to look the other way regarding that shooter. Bye, Hammer. I do not believe either of those are true. That's what I mean. I was like, I don't really like those responses. They just kind of sound like excuses. I'm serious. That shooter did everyone a favor by culling the herd. Now the Ark won't have to use as many resources to maintain itself. Is that really the reason you stood by and did nothing? You have so many doubts, none of which are useful. So instead, let me ask one final question. What if it had been you instead of me? Would you have killed that outlaw, or... I would have stopped them from killing the reporters at least. Then who will avenge the outlaws? The law? The people once they learn of the outlaw's plight? The people ain't gonna do shit. And the law ain't gonna do shit. Because the people are too... That's the thing, is people are too comfy with where they are right now. When they learn that someone else is having problems, what are they gonna do? They're gonna fucking turn a blind eye to it, which is what they have been doing. Same thing with the law. I don't like these answers either. Treating the poor like garbage is totally justified. Am I right? Boo! I mean, I feel like it's another just bad options, but what utter nonsense. Why do outlaws become outlaws in the first place? It's because they're outside of the law's protection. Enoch said that only citizens have the right to peaceful assembly and to freedom of association with others. This means that when outlaws who aren't citizens are wronged by someone, they have no legal recourse. It's unfortunate that he had to resort to violence, but what other choice did he have? That is why I let him be. Happy now? I have another question. Go ahead. Could your way of thinking be due to the fact that you used to be an outlaw? Oh, is this an outlaw bias? What? Hey, wait a minute. Why are we talking about me all of a sudden? What do you mean, why are we talking about you? What? I'm your commander, so I've come to speak with you about your mental health. You're my primary focus. Literally, why do you think we are here? Because of you! You always ask such pointed questions out of the blue. I don't like to talk about myself, but if I have to, the answer would be yes. I was born in the Ark's sewage dump. I've seen how filth and grime corrupt even the purest of souls. You can't say the shooter who killed those reporters is innocent. That much is true. But before you go casting stones, ask yourself, is he truly guilty? Or is he merely the product of oppression? Oppression from the clash of which you yourself are a part. What in the deflection is going on? At night, the commander's room. I sit silently in my room, mulling over my conversation with Crow. Suddenly, I start speculating. She must be covering for the criminal because of her old, that's the outlaw bias. Using this incident to convey some kind of message to me. Forget it, no use jumping to conclusions. Bro, at this point, there's fucking no use. There's no use. She's literally... Bro, this Bond story about to piss me off. Crow's like, society's hypocritical, so I can be a hypocrite too. That's what I was saying. It was like that was such a deflective response that she gave us. Like, what did you even say? This got me so confused. We want more Crow lore. I want to understand Crow's POV so bad, but I just can't. She's a weird case. Yeah, I feel like sometimes I get the point that she doesn't even know. Hi Nate, thank you so much for the stream streak. How you doing? Silver the Hedgehog said, it's no use. Crow's like, bro, is like when bro becomes too political for a normal conversation. Well, that's what I mean. I feel like at this point, like, she doesn't even know. Like, she's just saying things at this point. I'm not fucking thinking about it. Commander, I've heard you've been speaking to Crow. Is it about the terrorist attack on the Daily Ark? Yes. Did you watch that video that came out? Daily Ark newspaper terrorist attack video? Shocking. Yes, I did. Good. Then this will be easier for me to explain. We investigated the shooter yesterday. They had been in regular contact with Crow. They'd been in contact for over a year. He refuses to say anything about their communication, but judging from Crow's past record, there's a distinct possibility that Crow, she incited that man into committing the crime. It's still just a theory at this point. That's suspicious. Of course, this alone is not enough to identify her as a suspect. As you know, Crow's record is spotless, all the way back to when she was a human. She may have been filmed at the scene of the crime, but that's not Crow's usual range of... What? Is this a typo? Is that supposed to be action? Actiobum. Actiobum. I think it's supposed to be action. Actiobum. Actiobum. Yep, new word of the day. Oh, action. Oh. So everyone is a little, I like how she corrected herself. So everyone is a little skeptical. I thought you should be kept abreast of the situation, so I came to speak with you. Noted. Actiobum. God, the amount of times that I've done something like that where I'm trying to spell something and autocorrect is like, did you mean this? What about this? What about this? And I'm like, what? Oh! Okay. Yeah, this whole thing with Crow, like, yeah, I don't even think she understands what she wants, because just by talking to her, I feel like she's just kind of like all over the place, but... In Ike's Blavas, there are sometimes typos on purpose. Yeah, I know there's some type of, like, who was it? The Phantom Thief. I know that she, like, also has a lot of, like, misspellings and stuff too, but that one I was like, is that an actual typo? Or is that, like, them messing that up? Alright. Soon after, in the rehab center's interrogation room. I feel like we've gotten much closer over the past few days. It hasn't even been 24 hours, and you're back for another round of interrogation. Did something happen last night? Or perhaps you were influenced by the people in the anti-Nikke demonstration on your way home last night. I have a question. Why would he be a part of that if he was like... Never mind. I have a question. Hey, where are your manners? We haven't even exchanged pleasantries and you're already grilling me. Were you ever in contact with the shooter before the incident? That's a yes. If I said yes, I'd want to know what you two talked about. None of this is necessary. Yes, the fuck it is! There's no point in trying to get to the bottom of all this. Enoch will gather all the statements and every last piece of evidence, then rearrange it so that it's the status quo, so that the status quo can be maintained throughout the art. Then, and only then, will the public be informed. All you have to do is wait and see what conclusion they come to, and then treat me accordingly. You don't have to worry your pretty little head about any of this. I can't agree. Why? I'm your commander, so I have to stand by your side when necessary. I need to understand your position. Is that the real reason? You mean it? Yes. I don't understand. I have nothing to say. Okay, you win. You want to know what that outlaw and I talked about, right? Yes. His name is Jack, or Jackie, something like that. Let's go with Jack. In short, Jack first approached me about a year ago. After all, Jackal, Viper, and I are known figures in the Outer Rim. Oh, hi, Kay. Whenever anyone was in trouble or a major decision needed to be made, they'd come looking for us. We were miracle workers to them. Jack was in a particularly interesting pickle. He approached me when I was drinking at a bar and said, I want my daughter to have citizenship. So I told him, get lost. If you want illegal citizenship, you should go find some professionals that can erase your identity. The guy just stood there, still as a statue. No, I want her to have an actual citizenship. I was getting tired of his antics, so I rebuffed him. In that case, just offer. What? If she's lucky, she might be born as a civilian in her next life. What and what? Yeah, literally, like that's I don't even I don't even know what to say to that. The fuck? He went on about those things. How the only thing he wanted was for his daughter to eat normal food and not garbage scraps. For her to learn about something other than how to rummage through body bags. That she could grow up to have an ordinary job and not just be a killer. He kept going on about what a big deal it was and the unfairness of it all, and I said, wake up, as I bonked him on the head, hard. I'm no stranger to this place, and neither are you. So quit with the fairy tales and snap out of it. Be that as it may, if you're willing to risk it all, you can still send your daughter to a suitable civilian for adoption, right? After listening to what I had to say, the man walked away with a smile on his face. After that, he would come to see me every once in a while, although I'd never asked him to. I'm looking for a suitable orphanage to send my daughter to. I said that I would give them all my possessions, but every last one has turned me down. I'm starting to lose hope. These are the sort of things he would share with me. A few months later, I was out drinking with my squad mates when he showed up again. I found the perfect place for her in the Sovereign's residence. A poor old couple adopted her. I'm eternally grateful to them, so I've sent some money anonymously to repay them. After that, I thought she'd cast off her old identity without a hitch. Where did things go wrong? Isn't it obvious? The fact his daughter had hidden her true identity was exposed. A xenophobic reporter discovered this. He wanted to film a sensational story about an impoverished old couple and their hapless adopted daughter. However, he ended up discovering that the family was living a better life than he had envisioned. He tracked the source of a donation they received, and it turned out to be from the Outer Rim. And just like that, what was supposed to be a small interview became a massive sensation. Citizens were incensed by what they saw as a shameless scam. They demanded more stringent policies segregating outlaws from ordinary citizens. Unsurprisingly, Jack was chased and beaten by the police. No one knows where the child was taken. The elderly couple who had adopted the child couldn't handle the shock of losing her and suffered a nervous breakdown. Through all this misery, the Daily Ark was laughing all the way to the bank thanks to their exclusive story. Well, they're not laughing now. So let me ask you one more question. Who's in the wrong? Jack the outlaw who attacked the newspaper office after being treated the way he had? The reporter who informed against them? Or his daughter, whose only mistake was having the rotten luck of being an outlaw's daughter? Well, cat got your tongue. Stand up. Wait a minute. You haven't answered me yet. Where are you going? I'm going to look for Jack's daughter. What? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this whole Bond story. Like, I'm kind of like confused. Again, mostly because I don't think Crow even knows what she's talking about or what she wants. Well, yeah, definitely the whole conflicted, because she's definitely like shedding light on bad things about what the Ark and the government has done, but at the same time, it's just like, they definitely want you to be conflicted, but at the same time, I'm more confused because she's bringing up so many different points, but at the same time, I think she's just kind of just saying things, and I'm like, so then what are we doing? Like, what are you just trying to be like, government bad? Like, Also, Crow likes to manipulate, lie, and BS people, so is her story real? Well, at least for the first part, because we know that the whole shooting and all that type of stuff is real, because it's been reported on. Now the whole Jack story, I think we're about to go find out. But at the same time, kind of like how Crow mentioned, right? Enoch is also very capable of taking facts and twisting it into a narrative that she wants so that she can fill the status quo. So it goes back to who's in the wrong, right? Is Crow wrong for doing that as well? Is Enoch and the government wrong for also doing stuff like that because they want to keep their narrative? Like, she's pulling the whole moral dilemma card, because she's like, how is it that what I do is wrong when the government and the Ark does the exact same thing, sometimes maybe even worse, right? But they just kind of do it under the radar. Whereas like stuff that she's doing is being announced to like everybody. This is a problem I have to say out. People are so focused looking for someone to blame that they don't realize that everyone involved is to blame. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And that's why, what was it? Oh my God, there was like an incident that happened where they got mad. Oh, they got mad at VAs. That's what it was. I forget what game it was. They were getting mad at the VAs for something that the company was doing, but the VAs don't have a say in anything that the company was doing. But the fact that the VAs are so easily accessible through social media, right? They have like social media accounts, whether it's like Twitter or like their websites and all that type of stuff. People were so quick to jump on them because of their association with the company that they were so narrow-minded on and focusing on them instead of actually being mad at everyone else that was involved. And it was just like, how are we getting mad at the VAs? They literally have no control over what happens with the company except just providing their voice for the characters. Like, it was kind of weird to watch that happen. I forget what game it was. It'd be any company these days. So many VAs are attacked for stupid reasons and not their fault. That's what I mean. Like, I forget what it was specifically, but it was just like odd that there were no mention of being mad at the company, because the company is like so big and high up there that they're not going to be able to do anything. Like us, when I say they, I'm talking about like the player base. They're not going to be able to do anything. But because the VAs are low-hanging fruit, it was so easy for people to gang up on the VAs. And it was like, what are we doing? Like, why are you getting mad at them? Like, just because they have voices and as part of this game? Like, that made like no sense. But you are right though, they're so quick to try to find blame and put blame on somebody, but then they're like, hello, let's expand the scope a little bit, because there's more involved than just these people. The situation, well, people getting mad at devs when it's management's fault. That's another thing too. Blaming devs for things when there's probably shareholders that are probably the biggest people that you should be blaming. Because there's a lot of times the devs want to have the creative freedom to do things and they can't. Also meeting like these really crazy deadlines thanks to the shareholders because they want money. Like, come on. Don't get mad at the devs. They're doing their best, right? They don't want to get fired, but they also like, you know, are on a strict timeline all because these people want to make some money off of it. Like, but let's get mad at the devs, guys. Haha. The VA really working? Yeah. Probably Genshin. Maybe it was, I don't know. I don't remember exactly what it was, but feels like it was Arc Raiders. Let's make the Arc Raid again. Or blaming the devs like when Cyberpunk was getting bullets. That's true. That's what I mean. It's like a lot of games that happens. They blame the low-hanging fruit because they're easily accessible through social media or whatever. They're so easy to bash. But when you sit there and you're like, I'm gonna at Hoyoverse or I'm gonna at, you know, Shift Up or I'm gonna at these people, that just gets freaking lost in the wind, you know? Like, those companies are probably not gonna see your Twitter post about you ranting about stuff, like, you know? Are you okay? About what? Something similar is happening right now in the Blue Archive community because of the one person, 3 are catching strays and some people just destroy and believe anything others say. Well, that's what I'm saying, like, it's easy to bandwagon, right? Bandwagoning and jumping on that is just, it's very easy to do. It's very easy to do. We get caught up in the whirlwind of it all, but then, like, we kind of forget that, like, hey, maybe we should take a step back and actually see all of the things associated with it. Just to be safe, always blame Todd Howard for any issues in video games. Interesting Bond story chapter title. Yep. There was once an actor who got hate only because the character they played was mean in a movie. Yeah, they do that with actors too, right? They hate actors for the characters that they play, but it's like, you're mad at the character. Like, don't get mad at the actor. Like, they're just doing a good job of portraying that character enough for you to feel that way. Even the company sees it, will they care? No, and that's the thing. And people don't seem to understand that. That's why they gotta take their anger out on, like I said, the low-hanging fruit. A lot of the times it's devs, it's voice actors, like all of that stuff. All the devs losing time due to enforced Gen AI usage, but needing to meet larger targets because they expected higher productivity from using it. This happens a lot in my country with actors who portray villains in telenovelas. No, I believe it. I think, what was it? There was, who was the guy that played Draco Malfoy? That actor, I think, was getting a lot of flack from people for the longest time because they just genuinely hated his character. But they were getting mad at the actor, too. And they were like, we hate you. And he's like, what did I do? He's like, I'm just playing this character. Like, I don't understand. But they didn't know how to break in the association between the actor and the character, and they just ended up hating everything about him, including the actor. Joffrey too? Yeah, Joffrey got the same thing as well, because everyone hated Joffrey. But like, yeah, so many people that play fantastic villains, or, you know, just they play their character well, people don't know how to just break the two apart between actor and character, and they just hate everything. Obviously, the Crowboy heads do nothing to let people know who's really to blame. Better you blame someone else than them. Yeah, they just stay silent, and everyone else that's just kind of working underneath them, they're the ones that take the hit for it, so. I feel like it's just, it's kind of the same here. I wonder if there are any actors that love it when someone hates them for playing their Villanova character, since it means their acting was that good. I'm sure they do to a point, but when it gets a little obsessive where people want to like genuinely cause you harm, I could see that they would no longer love it anymore. I think there is a little bit of pride of like, yeah, I instilled this type of hatred into the fan base, and they really thought the character was well done, and they really did not like the character that I played, which is great. But then when it gets a little bit too much and they take it too far, I'm sure that they don't like that anymore. So, at least for me, yeah, I don't think I would enjoy that at all. Look at the music industry with record labels over the control of artist loyalties. It also goes as far back as old pro wrestling. The villains got attacked after shows before they knew wrestlers played characters. Ah, yeah. Isn't it crazy that some fans of anime and games even consider harming the creators because something bad happened to a character they like? Some people just don't know how to separate things. They don't. They really don't. And it's even bled down to like not just so much of like the creators, but like anyone that might stand up for a game or an anime or have like an opinion on something, will definitely get dragged for it too, right? But like I said, like the low-hanging fruit, anything that's easily accessible, like that's what people are gonna go after. And so like you can be like, yeah, I really like this, but it's not like a majority of what people think. All of a sudden you're gonna get targeted too because you're supporting the creators of whatever this game anime is and you don't like our ideals. And it's like, wait, what? Like, how did we get here? It requires both parts of the statement. But P2 requires both parts of the statement. Yeah. That's why it's easier in today's world. It's just easier in life to keep opinions to yourself. Yeah. To you and thought, is there never a girl online anime? And wait, I was watching and you thought there is never a girl online anime. It's just, and it's funny. Opinions are like butts we all have one, and sometimes they're just full of shit. When it comes to hating, there's always something in gaming that you are gonna hate more, and the thing that you hated before becomes underrated. Yeah, and that's why like I always take it, like I don't take it seriously, because especially when things get talked about on the internet, it's just like, okay. Like I just read things and I'm just like, how did people get to this point? Like I just don't understand. The internet is a very, very strange place. Remember the Kuroko no Basket author got tons of letters containing death threats over some shipping bullshit. Which is sad because people can't have a proper conversation these days for fear of being mobbed. Yeah, and I've said this before too, like when it comes to shipping or like headcanons and stuff, like I feel like those are totally fine. You're allowed to have your own headcanons, right? Because that's your personal thing. That's for you. The problem arises is when you start forcing that headcanon upon others, that not everyone's gonna like your headcanon or agree with your headcanon, and they don't want that. That's where the problem arises. But if someone were to have their own headcanon and they share about it, they all of a sudden get demonized because it's just like, no, that's not how it is. That's not how it's written. And it's like, okay, but this is for me, and I'm just sharing it with the world in case anyone else also might agree. But yeah, people will just get freaking dragged for stuff like that. It's crazy. Yeah, there's never a girl in, is the title. It's about a girl that can't make the difference between games and IRL. So that with internet discussions is that people don't do any research. They're so quick to give their opinion on something. But people are too easily incited to extremes because it's also too easy to find instant validation. That's true. I feel like it's also kind of easy to find echo chambers as well. So when you find people that also agree, it's just really easy to stick with that. I mean, I'd like to have an actual head cannon. That'd be so cool! A cannon head. Instead of like Chainsaw Man, you would have a cannon. People always are hunting VTubers for hiding their faces, but are the same ones that will start sending death threats. But the thing is, for stuff like that though, it's like, why does it matter to you? Just mind your business, you know? When it comes to stuff like that. A lot of the times too, when people are just like innocently be like sharing their headcanons, or they like have a VTuber and they might do like a face reveal, like why does that bother you? You know? When I say you, I mean the people of the internet. But people take that so seriously and they get offended by it, and it's like, how are you offended? How is this being offensive? How is this affecting your life in any way? Please, I would like to know. Reminds me of the cesspool of the 14 discussion on Xenos turns into. There's an anime about a dude with a gun for a head. I mean, I feel like there's an anime for anything these days, to be honest, but yeah, I think the biggest thing of the internet these days is no one knows how to mind their own business. Like, I could, or anybody at that point could say something, and there's always going to be someone out there that's going to be like, I'm offended, I don't like that. I could sit here and be like, I like flowers, and someone would be like, ugh, That's offensive. You shouldn't like flowers. You should actually like frogs instead. And it's like, what? Like, how is my opinion on liking flowers offensive or affecting you in any way? But people make it about themselves, right? They just, I feel like people want to get offended. They want to be mad. They want to get mad at something, so they find something to get mad at. And so SC always reminds me of New Year's sword scene with Scarlet and Rose. I know, I forgot I put it in my commander's room lobby. Oh, so you hate trees? Yeah. That's exactly what it is. But why? Oh, you like flowers? You hate trees? You don't like moss? My father was killed by a flower. How dare you? People seem to take anything as their personal attack on them. They do. That's why I don't understand. Like, I don't understand how me saying that I like flowers, or, you know, like flowers are pretty, or, you know, maybe flowers aren't pretty or something, and all of a sudden it's just like, oh my god, you don't like this? And it's like, how did we get to this point? Like, the mental gymnastics to get to this point is crazy. A lot of people are being baited into getting mad. Look, what was it? Was it in the dictionary word of the year was rage bait for 2025? I think Merriam-Webster's like word of the year was rage bait, and I'm not surprised because I felt like there's a lot of that happening this year. I think the whole world is too connected to mind your own business for too long because you can avoid the drama for a day and you can miss the start of where egg prices rising by $30 a dozen. Choose the isekai where the protag reincarnate as a pair of what? A girl penis as an isekai? That's interesting. Yeah, opinion, rawr, get mad. Just say it, but the internet is just attention seeking. Of course it is. It's trying to seek validation. That's all it is. People just want to seek some validation. They just want other people to agree with them at the end of the day. Complain about fan service shows, like just don't watch the fan service, so dude, just don't watch it. Just don't watch it. Yeah, the internet's a weird place. That's why I also just don't pay it any mind, and it's just like, okay, yeah, okay. Are too comfortable being hateful because they don't worry about getting punished for it. And that's the thing too, is like there is no repercussions for it, you know? Like, unless they do something illegal, like that's borderline like felony wise, then yeah, like of course that you'll probably get flagged immediately. But yeah, a lot of people are just very comfortable sitting behind a screen and just saying whatever it is that they want to say and just be mean about it. And it's like, okay, maybe you need to go get hugged by somebody, or maybe you've never been hugged. I don't know. People want to feel right even when they're obviously wrong. But the thing is when there are times where it's like you are allowed to have your opinion on things, but you have to understand that there is going to be perspectives of others when it comes to like whatever the topic is, right? And so you can feel right in your opinion, and if someone disagrees with you, like they're probably going to disagree with you. And at the end of the day, they're gonna have their way of thinking, you're gonna have your way of thinking, but people can't accept that though. People can't accept that other people think differently. Like, they just, they have to think that everyone has to think the same way that they do. I feel like that's the biggest problem, is we have a lack of perception of how others view the world. I think that's what it is. And so when other people have, or say something, like for instance, like my whole flower thing, right? Like I like flowers, but somehow people are like, no, but, you know, trees are better. And it's like, okay, like, I'm glad you like trees. I just think for me, flowers are better. And they're like, no, but trees, you should be liking trees. And it's like, okay, but like, I like flowers. You know, it's like, that people just don't understand perspective, is all it is. They need to understand, they need to be wrong so you can keep being right. Screw flowers, they make me sneeze! Well, they do, they make me sneeze too. But actually, lily pads are better. People just like being angry. No, they do. And I feel like people are also just bored. So then when someone has something that they want to say, like I like flowers, they just intentionally pick fights too. Because they're just bored. That's why I'm just like, maybe we should just like shut down the internet for like a day. Everyone is forced to go outside. Actually, no, I don't think I would like that. So No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I don't think I would like that, actually. I would want to not have so many people outside. But I think that is just the issue, is that sometimes people are bored, too. And so they try to, like, find things to, like, pick fights with, so... It's like when you struggle with the boss and ask for help, but people are like, but it's so easy. Maybe you just suck. Yeah, that too. That too. The instant shutdown. Yeah, you want me to touch grass? I'm allergic to grass. I get hives when I touch grass. You want to be able to go outside? You monster. Yeah, I just want everyone to see the flowers, so you guys will just, you know, all like flowers now. Gotta wear pants? I mean, pants are optional. They're always optional. You might get arrested for like indecent exposure, but you know, pants are always optional. I'm just saying, you know, I'm just saying, pants are optional, but that's also on, you know, who might see you without pants, so. Are you really allergic to grass though? I am allergic to fresh cut grass, yes. So if I were to walk through fresh cut grass, I am allergic to it, yeah. I'm gonna go outside, there are giant spiders out there, at least where I live. Ew. We wait until spring, it's 20 degrees right now. It is very cold. It was like super hot, and then all of a sudden it just dropped like 40 degrees. Touching grass is just a meme, no one actually touches grass, it's not real. You're right, it's all fake. It's all fake. Now rocks are better, strimmer. Rocks are better! Okay, let's do this. Let's fucking try to finish this shit. We yapped for like, I don't know how long. Dun 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 dun. Alright. D-Day at the interrogation room in the rehab center. That's my name. Hello? Can you hear me? Anybody home? What's gotten into you lately? I've been searching for Jack's daughter. I thought we closed that book on that yesterday. I went to the AC Poo yesterday, but couldn't track down her location. So I started searching the rehab center early today. Okay, that's enough. I don't need to hear the rest. The bags under your eyes are dark enough already. Bitch, what? Look, just because I don't get a lot of sleep, you don't need to be calling out my eye bags like that, alright? I'm trying to take care of it. I got retinol cream, I got face masks, I got all sorts of shit to take care of the bags under my eyes so I don't look like I'm so tired. Stop calling me out. You stupid human. Yeah, yapping to avoid crow body. You're right. Why would you need to inquire about something so glaringly obvious? Obvious? Think about that girl's situation. Her parents came from the dregs of society, and she isn't that many rungs up the ladder herself. No one would bat an eye if she were to go missing. Besides, the most important thing is that the child is female. So what? Low investment, high return. The ARC has always adhered to this principle. Think about it. How would Jack's daughter fit into this? Seriously, it's not that difficult. I don't know if you're stupid or just naive. The answer is standing right in front of you. If you still can't figure it out after spoon feeding me the answer like that, then I can't help you. You mean she became a Nikke? Exactly. How can you be sure? If you find it so unbelievable, why don't you ask the big three yourself? Ingrid, Suyin, Mustang. On at least one of their desks, there's bound to be a file on the daughter of an outlaw. I'll ask them. Who's the lucky winner? Ingrid. Told you. The ARC has been like this from the very beginning. Outlaws, orphans, criminals, and other marginalized classes that cannot adapt to society are flushed down the drain and forgotten about. Out of sight, out of mind. While we're on the topic, let me ask you something. Nikke, the goddess of victory, mankind's last bastion of hope. Such lavish praise. So, how come they are forced to remain at the bottom of society? Because need of the military? I don't know. Nikkes didn't always occupy the lower strata of society. In the first generation, people were far more grateful to them. They often worshipped them as goddesses. They nearly became the centerpieces of a new religion in the art. But as the war between the Raptures became more barbarous, the military began coming up with ways to order these powerful mechanical soldiers in an inhumane way. Little by little, piece by piece, their rights were stripped away. First, it was their civil and human rights. In the end, they were even deprived of the right to think and act for themselves. These girls' bodies were mechanical, but their minds were undeniably human. Yes, they were posited as inhuman creatures to the public. Weren't there any Nikkes who resisted? Of course. But there were not nearly enough of them. The military was an overwhelming force at the time. If that power was going to be broken, the citizens would have to assemble. But the people back then, how should I put it? They inexplicably did nothing. It was as if they had collectively chosen to forget the only reason why they were able to live happy and carefree lives. That was thanks to the Nikkes, like some kind of mass amnesia. Despite this, Nikkes were still fighting for the people. Even then, they sacrificed themselves. All in vain. So let me ask you another question. Are those citizens really innocent? No. Why not? They had the power to come to Nikkei's aid, but instead they looked on and did nothing. That's what we said earlier! Remember when we had the option of like the law is gonna step in for the people in the Outer Rim, or if the people were gonna be like, oh, they're plight. I'm like, people ain't gonna do shit. They live in their comfy lives. It's the same thing. I think so too. So I came here myself. If I committed the same crime but ran away, how could I ever face them in the end? Hi, Legendary, how you doing? Actually, I went to the ACPU yesterday to turn myself in. I told them that I was the one behind the terrorist incident at the Daily Arc newspaper office. How can she do this? Someone was gunned down right in front of her. She didn't care at all. But the people back then, how should I put it? They inexplicably did nothing. They that flashbang! They stood and watched. For this, they are guilty. Oops, how time flies. Enoch's verdict will begin any minute now. Enoch is the AI who has represented human will from the very beginning. You could say its opinion and society's opinions are one and the same. Well then, let's see what society has to say about the crime I've committed. You
are rather exceptional for a human. It's a shame that I must kill you.
Crow, oh Crow. Telling you, she is that here's the moral dilemma fucking character of this game. Because the amount of people that like have the whole they agree with Crow or they agree or they don't agree with her, like it's I feel like it's very torn. I feel like it's very, very torn. Yeah, it's very. I feel like it's very with her and how she's been doing things, but like it's very, very torn. But I feel like the reason why a lot of people don't like her is because of the actions that she's committed to kind of prove her point. Whereas like if her point alone, like as a standalone, it makes sense, right? At the end of the day, her point makes sense. As a standalone. But I feel like the reason why people genuinely do not like her is because of how she tries to drive that point home. And it's not, it's a little much. It's a little much, you know? Granted, like having I mean, you can like also equate it to like real world stuff too, right? Because in order to get people's attention, sometimes going to the extreme is the only way to do that. Does that suck? Yes. Does it really like show the flaws of how complacent people have gotten or organizations have gotten? Absolutely. But it's, yeah. She enjoys doing it. Oh no, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm saying her actions and her mentality on all of like the way that she carries out her stuff is not good. It's not good at all. Yeah, actions don't justify the means, yeah. She also willingly hurts and uses people. Well, that's what I mean. Like that's, like I said, her thought process and her stance, if you were to put that all by itself in its own little box, right? We can agree that we understand where she is coming from, right? For the most part, yes, we get it, we get it. But on the opposite end, she has done so many extreme things to try to drive her point home that I feel like she's just kind of sabotaging herself too. But she lied to Uni and abused Jackal. Oh yeah, Rappy stopped him, but he was gonna kill her. Someone had to save him, otherwise he would have done it. So Crow is right. She is sabotaging herself. No, she is. Absolutely. Alright, let's see what this last one says. I shall now pronounce the sentence of the Nikke Crow. First, she violated the principle by which she is duty-bound to protect humans. Second, due to the conflict being interhuman in nature, she, therefore, wavered in placing a priority on the aforementioned duty. Third, even if she had reached her own decision, she would have been incapable of determining it as her own. A search has shown that there are no past cases available for reference. According to the legal artificial intelligence system, a new case has been formed. In order to prevent the reoccurrence of such incidents in the future, the verdict is as follows. The following imperative shall be entered in the nymph of the Nikke Crow who observed the killing of civilians from the sidelines. It shall also be entered into all other Nikkes. A civilian's life shall take precedence over a non-civilian's. That is all. Wait, what? Imperative shall be entered in the... It shall... Oh, is she saying a civilian as an arc civilian and non-civilians are the Outer Rim, the outlaws? Because like civilian being capitalized, I feel like she means arc civilians, and then non-civilians are the whatchamacallit, the Outer Rim folks. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay, I was confused for a second. I was like, wait, the fuck does she mean by that? Okay, that makes more sense. That makes more sense. Yes, they are going to prioritize the civilians of the Ark and their safety as opposed to the outlaws. Okay, that is all. Hey, chat, that's all. That's it. That is all. Yeah, citizen. That is all. Okay. Enix says so. I was confused at first too. That is all. If that Rappy and Matisse don't need to follow that. True. Mink. You trying to bald me? Nate, you know that's not gonna work until like another 5 minutes from now, right? Right. You realize that's not gonna work? As the bald's gonna show up in like 5 minutes. For some reason it's broken. I don't know why there's such like a big lag on it though. I also don't know why I'm really big either. In case of technically no laws has been broken, so we made a new one so it's illegal in the future. Yeah, pretty much. I was thinking Sibs first, Nikkei's last. You know, I was actually thinking Nikkei's at first, and then I was like, ow! And then I was like, okay, never mind, that's different. There goes the close-up bulb, I know. I don't know how to fix it because, like, it still works, but for some reason there's just a really bad lag, and my whole dream of having a second PC set up so that things actually work is now thrown out the window thanks to RAM now costing more than my fucking rent. Jesus Christ. I'm never gonna be able to have a second I might just get a gaming laptop, to be honest. That is all. Da, 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 da. Soon after the interrogation room in the rehab center. You look terrible. I'm leaving rehab center. You gonna miss me? You wish. Turns out Enig's judgment wasn't what you were looking for. It just arbitrarily determined the value of human life. The following imperatives shall be entered if that killing civilians shall be entered into all other Nikkeis. A civilian's life takes precedence over a non-civilian's. Oh well, outlaws being regarded as lesser than human is nothing new. However, this is the first time it's officially become a code of conduct. Should you encounter an outlaw in conflict with a civilian, the outlaw should be eliminated without hesitation. That's too bad. I can't change anything. It's more than that. Enid asserted that you have no free will. Third, even if she had reached her own decision, she would have been incapable of determining it as her own. Free will has always been a uniquely human privilege. If biologically human outlaws are treated humanely, then forget about a heap of metal like me. Oh, there it is. Enoch represents the Ark, and it made a verdict suitable for the Ark. It's been a long time since I last stood in that trial hall.
Me. Entertainment. Entertainment.
What? It only reaffirmed to me just how stinking and rotten this society is. But enough about that, let's lighten things up. They're officially releasing me. How about going for a nice stroll under the artificial lights? I heard that you're going to be the one escorting me to the Outer Rim. Why don't you stick around for a little while? Beep, beep, beep. Soon after, before entering the gate at the Outer Rim. Crow! Jackal, come here. Crow tousles Jackal's hair. You got out sooner than we expected. You said you wanted to rest in a rehab center for a few days, so I thought you'd stay longer. Rest for a few days? Why did it get so awkward all of a sudden? Was it something I said? What's going on? Tell me. Cool your jets. I happened upon a terrorist attack by pure happenstance. That outlaw made a bet with his and his daughter's lives. I did the same, that's all. The end result may not have been all I expected, but it wasn't a total loss. What did you say? What did he say? I wanted to have a proper chat with you before. I knew that if Anike had the misfortune of ending up in the rehab center, her commander would come calling. So don't be sad. There's plenty more where that came from. I look forward to working together again. See you later, Commander. Come to the Outer Rim next time you're free. We can hang out. You ignoramus. If it were you, would you want to hang out? Who are you calling an ignoramus? Later, the gate to the Outer Rim will open. The central government has designated the area inside as highly dangerous. Please be careful not to enter by mistake. Thank you. I gotta go. Wait a minute. Do you have something to say? There'll never be a time when I wouldn't want to see you. What? Where'd that come from? If you ever need someone to unite with... Why he put it in quotes? You know where to find me? Commander, why you speaking in quotes, man? The gate closes and the three Nikes disappear across the partition, separating the arc. From the residential area where civilians live the high life, to the outer rim where no light shines. I wonder, when, or rather if, we reach the end of this war together, will we be able to undo and overcome this segregation? I'm no stranger to this place, and neither are you. So quit with the fairy tales and snap out of it. That's probably what Crow would have to say. At the window with the flashbang! Oh my god. But someone has to walk this path. Even if they- I'm fucking squinting. Even if they fall on the way down it. At least they'll have made the world a better place for those living in it, however small the change. Jesus Christ, my eyes! Huh. Huh. Well, we did it. We did it. Interesting. Very, very interesting. It's not Crow terrorizing our eyeballs, it's John Shift Up, man. Like, legitimately, if I do see them at Anime Expo, I think the first thing out of my mouth is gonna be, it's so nice to see you again. Thank you for everything that you've done. Please stop putting in white screen transitions because my eyes, I'm not gonna be able to play your game anymore because I'm gonna go fucking blind every time you do a white screen transition. That's literally gonna be my flow of thought if I ever meet them. No sexy time by the end. I like the bunnies bond story. Yeah, we did the bunnies. Rizamir already kind of sound like more upbeat Crow. The fuck? I sound like more upbeat Crow? How dare you? I did it. Now I have to go shower to get the crow filled. Oh, seriously, I'm like, ugh. Well, she was written different for the main story, that's for sure. Not blaming Crow. Artie is a Crow sympathizer now? Nah. Very interesting how they write this first and how things eventually went. Yeah. That's why, like, sometimes when it comes to Bond stories, like, I always think that, like, Bond stories are so, like, on a different timeline because it just I mean, there are a lot of Bond stories that do relate back to the main story, but I feel like a lot of these Bond stories, I'm just like, are we in the same... Are we in the same universe? Like, are we... I don't know. Maybe that was their way of doing some sort of character development, but in the wrong direction for Crow. It's almost like they were supposed to be watched when the character came out. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why with this Bond story, with it being very early game, I'm sure that, like, with this being said, and the way that they wrote her in the main story is, like, character development, but more, like, towards the villain side of stuff. At least that's the way that we've been perceiving it. So, like, that's why I was saying, like, later on. And Mori's come out to mine as part of the main story, but yeah. Sometimes it feels like Azure Lane where there are two different timelines. Well, like, some of them are fun, right? Some of them are, can be a little bit more lewd. There are some that relate to the story. There are some that are just more informative about just learning the background story of the character. I feel like with Bond stories, it's very diverse. That's why it's hard to, like, pinpoint, because some do relate to the main story, but a lot of times I feel like they're just on their own. They just do their own thing. They're kind of just on their own. Yeah, before Crow shot the commander. Yeah. There's the Bond stories were listed in the timeline for this. I think that's hard because, again, not a lot of these Bond stories relate to the main story. Some do. That's why I was going back to, like, some do, but then if you're putting everyone's... Where are you gonna put some of these Bond stories where they don't even relate to the main story at all? Like, they're not gonna be on the timeline. Unless you mean specific ones that do relate to the lore. Sure. But, again, that's gonna be very, very congested for a timeline. I see them similar to when anime does specials. They're not necessarily related to the main story or even canon. Yeah, and that's why I was saying some of them are like that. Not all of them are, because there are things that do kind of tie into whatever happened in the main story, but not all of them are like that. Something must have happened behind the scene for Crow, and it can't be before chapter 16 because the commander didn't know Crow then. At least I can skip Crow Bond. Thanks for the sacrifice. Yeah, you're welcome. The event that focused on her is also weird tonally, kind of like they didn't intend to make her a full villain. Yeah, Dora and Crow may have started goodish, but they kind of evolved to be kind of villains now. This can be any of their day offs as well, which we don't know how long the gaps are in between missions. Well, and that's why I was saying with Bond stories it's difficult, because some of them are not going to have specific times. And then this whole game of like, was it before chapter 16? Was it after? When did the commander meet this person? When did they do this? Like, that's why with Bond stories, I think of them as being on a different timeline. And they're kind of just backstories. Some of them are backstories and some of them just aren't at all. You said they planned things a year or two ahead. It's hard to imagine they didn't know they were going that route. You know the point of the campaign commander Pangula and helped at the maid cafe. Now, I wonder, is Crow Mr. Shot if it's a commander that just healed his heart? Maybe? After hearing about what happened in this bond, it made me have hope for her character for a time. Oh, I'm sure, and then everything that happened in the main story, that just all got thrown out the window, and you're like, what the fuck? You should do like they do with the side story, put a disclaimer of the time step. Put a disclaimer of the time step on the bond? What do you mean by a time step? You mean a time stamp? But that's the thing though, you can't put a timestamp on some of these Bond stories. That's what, like, all of these Bond, not all, but a majority of these Bond stories, you can't put a timestamp on them. Because not all of them relate to things happening in the main story. That's why I say they're separate timelines. Like, they are running parallel, but they don't, like, connect, at least for some of them. Like warnings you get before you play side stories. But that's the thing, is like, I don't think that's needed, though. I don't think that's needed. Because not every Bond story is gonna have some sort of lore relating to freaking the main story. So like when we did like the Bunny Girls, for instance, right? And Noir was teaching us how to pole dance. How is that related to the main story? Where are you gonna put that on the timeline? What timestamp are you gonna put on that? You don't. It's its own separate timeline. Like, that is just a side thing that happened, and it does not need to have a timestamp on it because that's gonna make it way too complicated. Because here's the thing, right? With games like this, you have to remember that everyone is going to have their own headcanon with stuff, and the second the devs try to restrict that, people are gonna get pissed off, right? That's why when it comes to Bond stories, they don't need to narrow it down even more and restrict it even more. Bond stories are left to the interpretation of the player, and they can see it however they fit, right? That's what I think these Bond stories are meant for. They're not meant to be restricted to a timeline. Some of these might reference things to a timeline, but I don't think they're meant to be restricted in that sense. You've been skipping them? No, that's okay, Lynn. We've been doing some. We haven't been doing a lot, though. Actually, Commander's pole dance lessons are very important. As far as we know, everything is canon. But in regards to the main story, right? Again, going back to the Bunny Girls teaching us how to pole dance, how is that related to the story? How is that related to the main story? It can be the fact that it's in the game, sure, it's in the game. But again, Bond stories are also optional content too. Not everyone does Bond stories, so they're not gonna know every little detail that happens in Bond stories either. So again, everyone's headcanons when it comes to different things are going to be different based off of the amount of stuff that they do in this game. So just because that, you know, whatchamacallit had this conversation with the commander, not everyone might know that because maybe they haven't done that Bond story. They might not have that character to do the Bond story. In any of them? There's so many, it's overwhelming. There is a lot. That's why I was just maybe every now and then do some, but yeah, don't try to like do all of them all at once. Hello, Myth! We did. I was kind of forced to do it, yes. Maybe the queen likes male pole dancers? You know, maybe. We don't know. Maybe. Imagine if that pole dancing comes up later in the main story in order to defeat a powerful foe. Look, okay, I'll tell you this right now. I'll tell you this right now. If Commander pole dancing is going to somehow defeat a foe in the game, I will take back everything I said. I will eat my words, and I will take back everything that I said. Hey, John Shift Up, you listening? You listening? We better get an animation of the Commander pole dancing. Can the Commander even pole dance? The bunnies taught him how to. The bunnies taught him how. Yeah. But I will say this right now, and you guys can freaking timestamp. What is today's date? What is today's date? Today's date is the 19th of December, 8:40 p.m. EST 2025. Artie says that if the Commander is ever defeating a foe while pole dancing, she will take back everything that she has said about Bond stories being into the main story. Oh my god. Maybe Artie can give a professional reaction to Commander's pole dancing when that movement comes. Oh, absolutely. You bet your ass. If there's an animation of any type of pole dancing that they do, you bet your ass. You bet your ass we're gonna be doing an analysis on it. Or we're gonna be doing a react to it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Next survey, we all need to ask for Commander pole dancing to see the day. John Shift Up, write that down, Dude, that's hilarious. But yeah, I will eat my words. I will eat my words if they ever do an animation of the Commander pole dancing to somehow distract a very powerful foe. And I'm not talking about just like little baby raptures. I'm talking about someone fucking powerful, right? Like the queen or something like that, but you understand it. It's very important to the story that the Commander spent an entire night kissing Sakura. Sure, if that's part of your headcanon, go for it. There's a video of the Commander of Op House dancing. Yep, but that's different. That's not pole dancing. Does April Fool's count, or does it have to be in main story? No, April Fool's is a joke thing. That's not, again, that's a side thing. And I'm talking about main story. He is defeating a powerful foe by pole dancing. I will eat my words. And yeah, that's we'll mark it, we'll timestamp it to this day. Y'all can hold me accountable for that, so. But until that day comes, Bond stories can be lore accurate. It can have some accurate lore points. Does it need to 100% match? I know that. I said that already. I said there are some Bond stories that do relate to the main story. I've already said that. I said that there are some Bond stories that do have lore that go in line with the main story. But that is not the majority of them. A majority of them are not that. A majority of them are just storytelling or side things that don't have any relation to it. But I don't know, like, again, it goes back to everyone's headcanons, right? Everyone's gonna have their own headcanon based off of what they know. And it's just like, that's the thing, is that everyone's headcanons are gonna be different. Does he need a pole, or can he use the techniques for pole dancing? No. An actual pole. How can, no, you can, I know you can do like floor routines, but you gotta actually get on the pole and do stuff too. He's gotta take what he learned from the bunnies, right? And he's gotta execute on the pole. Workers have listening, making Artie repeat herself times 10. We gotta do what? Oh, hi, Hippo! Hello. Hi, Renner. How you doing? Baldamus has spoken. I was saying, Hippo, that if there ever is a moment in time, because I was saying that there are Bond stories that are not canon to the main story, and prime example being like the bunnies, like teaching the commander how to pole dance. I will eat my words when the commander is dancing on a pole and is using that to distract and to take out a very powerful foe, like someone like the Queen. But until that day, I will stand by that there are some Bond stories that do nothing to the main story. You got chicken tendies. Wait, are you gonna share? The fuck? You gonna come in here with chicken tendies, you're not gonna share? Pole dancing with the small version of the Bahamut pillar. He hops on the pole and dodges bullets as a result. That's some like JoJo shit. He's gonna be doing some like JoJo like breakdance moves. He's gonna dodge all the bullets while he's pole dancing. The Queen's one weakness is that she's thirsty and is distracted by the commander's cake. Yes, style. You know, you never know. You know, you never know. Didn't they use him as the pole? But they also showed him how to do stuff on the pole too. We had a mind map on it. Brutta, I'm about to... did I save this? Did I save the pole dancing mind map? We did! I don't know what this is, but we had a mind map. See, this was Noir like teaching the commander while he was on the ground and he was looking up while she was climbing the pole. And these were the different moves that they were talking about that they were doing on the pole. I don't know why we drew, I don't know what happened with this guy's lips. I don't know why that's like that. Oh, this is Noir. We were saying, how is it physically possible for her to pole dance when she has the big bobs? And I was saying they could either split the bobs between the pole, or the bobs are just gonna be hanging out in the front here. And I also don't know what I drew. I don't know what this is. Oh, I was teaching chat how you climb a pole and how it actually works, like the mechanics of it. Yeah. Kissing booty, the kiss from the bunny girls was the prize of the event. But why did we draw it like this, though? Why did we draw it like this? Leg lock up the pole. No, in this one I was saying that like when you do your leg lock here, usually like when you want to do like a big tuck with your legs, do a leg lock, and then in order for you to actually climb it, you just stand up with your legs while you have the leg lock with your shins. So that's what this drawing was. This was saying that like you do a big crunch with your legs and then like getting up, you do the leg lock and then straighten out. Yeah, so like you do a big tuck with your legs, like tuck your knees into your chest, do a leg lock, right? With your shins and your calves. And then you have to straighten yourself up by just pushing your hips up towards the ceiling and not sticking your butt out. I've climbed rope once or twice in my life. Yeah, it's the same thing. The only thing is just you are using your shins and your calves to climb and like not your foot. You're bald for a long while now. There is a delay, so it's extra delayed for me being bald. But yeah, this was us drawing the whole Bond story with the bunnies. Hi Ramagon, how you doing? Welcome in. But yeah, there we go. We did our, Jesus Christ, we did our pro Bond story. All because, oh, I gotta, did I even show you guys the screenshot? No, I think I sent it to the mods. I don't even know where I put the screenshot, to be honest. Oh, here we go. Here. So you can thank Traveler Pocket Cat. They always comment this. They always comment this. Every YouTube video, they always comment Crow Love. And so I responded back, you know, Nar, whatever, and they said, Crow Bond story, please. And they said, and I said, you're gonna have to pay me to do that. So, me and my stupid mouth saying that shit. They actually did. And they gave me money for it. So I had to eat my words. And I had to do it. Because like I said, I wasn't gonna free money. I'm not gonna take free money like that. If someone asks and they actually execute, yeah. So yeah, whoever Traveler Pocket Cat is, you can thank them for this. This is why we had to do Crow Bond story, so I had to eat my words. Yeah, kudos to them, I guess. Crow was on a mission. Is there free if he's shelling out cash for Crow? Look, some people got their favorite characters, man. There's nothing that I can do about that. The amount of times that Artie has eaten her words kind of makes me have a hope that we are winning this bet. Wait, what bet? Wait, which one? Alright. Studying Bob's. Alright, we gotta do our assology stuff now. Oh, the pole dancing stuff. Will we get a Crow cosplay if we put in money? No. I will not do that. No. Cake time. Alright, let's go ahead and do our waffle first. It's been a hot second since we've done our waffle. If you haven't put in your waffle, do your raffle now. Get your waffles in. Get your waffles in. Commander cosplay pole dancing art. Oh, I'm sure we could get that done, but get your waffles in. Get your waffles in. What do you mean rig waffle? Waffle! Waffle, waffle! I'll give it a little bit because I know I gotta wait for the stream delay to make sure everyone can get their raffles in. I agree, this is rigged. Oh, so do you want to give back your, do you want to give back your thing then, Zero? If it's rigged? I can always take it back and give it to somebody else. Hello, Tiffania!
Connection complete!
I also do apologize that, like, I know sometimes raffling, like, takes people out of lurking too, so I do apologize for that, but I also want to give back to the community a bit, so we're having 2 months worth of waffles. Mod confirmed it's rigged. Riot! Zero said yes? Oh, hell yeah. Oh, got you, I got you. Alright, last few minutes. I got something to do. Oh no! Zero's gone. The win rate on their waffles? That's crazy. Alright, let's go ahead and close out the entries. We'll do, how many we got left? Okay, we got 5. Alright, we'll do 2. We'll do 2. We'll pick another 2. Alright, so our next winner for the gem giveaway is, wait, didn't Donut just say BRB? Wait! Wait, I could have sworn Donut just said BRB. Oh my fucking god. Wait, why did this pick the one person that said BRB? Wait, Donut! Fucking at him in the Discord. Ah! There's no way. We're getting an Oreo donut. Oh my god. Donut, there's no way. Jesus Christ. How long is this BRB gonna be? Oh my god. We can't be waiting too long either because we gotta keep it fair. We gotta keep it fair, but I also have to wait for the stream delay too. An Oreo donut does sound really good right now. It does. It does. Oh, there you are! Oh my god. Donut, we almost picked another winner. I'm not even joking. When I saw that you went BRB, I was like, their donut is gonna become an Oreo donut. Instead of donut fries, you're gonna be an Oreo donut. You're gonna have to change your name. Well, congratulations on winning. Congrats. Yeah, almost got. Almost got. All right, let's go ahead and spin for donut. The timing was impeccable. Donut with the 120. Congratulations. Yeah, only. That's right. They got a. I don't even. Do we have a sub baby name for that? I've been adding them. I've been adding the sub baby names to the Hall of Fame. BRB when you do the next raffle. Oh, that's right now. That's right now. We're picking another winner. Congrats, Donuts, on getting the 120. Oh, Pochita, are you here? I know Pochita's been writing down, been the scribe for all of this stuff. I appreciate you. Any of the mods that keep track of this stuff, thank you for doing this. All right, and then our next winner is Strongest Dig. Are you here? Are you in the chat? Speak to us. Speak to us. Congratulations on winning. You're our second winner for this poll. Hello! If you could please do an exclamation follow age in chat so everyone knows that you've been following me for more than 24 hours. Just to keep it fair. Let's go! Alright, let's go ahead and spin the wheel for you and see how many gems you get. Remember, we just need you guys to be in the Discord. If your Discord name is different than your Twitch name, please say something in a gen chat so our mods can take note of it. Congrats on the 4,200! Nice! That's our second biggest winnings on this one. Let's go, let's go, let's go! Congrats on winning the 4,200! Alright, and then we got 3 more after that. We'll probably do during Assology. Complete. All right, let's go ahead and start the next giveaway for you guys. Go ahead and get that done.